All right, welcome, greetings adventurers, to Laughable Odds. I'm Zach Caterly, your humble dungeon master for this evening, and tonight we embark on an epic journey filled with laughter, camaraderie, and a few dicey situations. I'm joined by the fantastic crew of Laughable Odds. We have Christy, Noah, Eli, Isaac, Nick, and Judah. Why don't you guys introduce your characters, name, class, race. We'll start over here and go around this way.
My character is Aaron Hawthorne, who is a elf swarm keeper ranger.
I'm Adrian Germain. I'm a human. I'm playing a blood hunter and fighter multi-class. A mutant blood hunter, so yeah.
Nice. I am Relaine, also known as Bookkeeper, and he is a Loxodon cleric.
I'm playing Lazy Boot, who is a Tabaxi rogue druid multiclass.
I'm playing Oberon. I'm a Dragonborn Bard.
I'm playing Euron or Ronnie, and I am a Tiefling Rogue.
Yeah, awesome. A few details before we jump into this. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's all homebrew in our campaign of our own setting. That is the world of Zenith, a post-apocalyptic world that has been rebuilt, and it is quite insane. We're so excited for you to join us in exploring this world, and everyone's been having a good time with it. We stream on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that's about it. That's all I got. So grab your snacks and get ready for an unforgettable adventure. Without further ado, let the laughter and chaos begin. Welcome to Laughable Odds, Zenith. Always try to tangent a little bit before we jump into the recap. We actually talked about doing a actual intro with Josh, talking about filming some kind of intro so that we can hit play on that right after we kind of like go through things. So
I could look. We get to cosplay.
I'm not going to be able to look.
I'm just freaking blue. Not gonna happen.
it just pans over to like lawn chair, and you're just like, just like no thanks.
Very different.
And then you just have like the line go across bottom, Judah. Yeah, co-starring Judah every now and then. Little recap from last session. We got the party got a little bit larger, having the introduction of your two characters for Adrian and my gosh, Aaron. Words. So Aaron and Adrian, both joining the crew and having a bit of a fun day, being surrounded in an alley and attacked. Very unfortunate for the attackers. It ended so quickly for them. You guys were able to learn of the disappearance of Robert from the Frigid's Brush. Supposedly on the morning after y'all's defense of the space. And you were talking with Grog Stonebeard, and he didn't know where Robert was, but also advised that you guys avoid it with a 10-foot pole as far away as you can. While it's great if you can do what you can to learn the whereabouts of Robert or save him, be wary because of the attention that is on the area. Y'all have, like we mentioned a few times last session, hit the hornet's nest, and they are flying all around. And there's a lot to be caught in the crossfires. Continually throughout this, with the joining of Adrian and Aaron, was brought to the attention through connections of your own with Relaine that Chino was a good move to get connected with, especially for those wanting to gain power, influence, money, fame, and possibly protection. This was also mentioned by the Draka Flameheart, the new pirate lord, that said that this would be a great fitting for heroes of your caliber, champions of your stature. Overcoming the trials within the Pirate Lord's lair, you impressed her and gained favor and renown with Draka Flameheart. And even with the recent deliverance of the Dragonborn vessel that was returned to the port on the Dragon District, you guys gained favor there. The four of you the three of you, being Relaine, Boot, and Ronnie, have a passport to the Dragon District and access into the district as long as you are accompanied by Ronnie.
By Oberon.
Oh, yeah.
Close enough.
By Oberon. Yeah.
Well, he's with us too.
I'll butcher it a few times. So, but by Oberon being there with you, you guys have that. And these are very important, notes. Being able to access all the different districts is a huge deal. However, y'all were able to, after meeting up with Grog, getting the lowdown on the development since you guys have been gone, and giving him your story of the disappearance and reappearance and coming back into everything. You met all back up, including with Ronnie, back at the tavern. Stayed at a different tavern overnight, definitely trying to stay away from being trailed or monitored. And at the brand new day, you guys went to the Chino headquarters near the academy within the Central Trading Hub. And it's before noon. You guys had just stumbled upon this place at the end of last session and met one Penelope Waters, bright-eyed, very bubbly and organized, efficient secretary that seems to be the voice of Chino. She told you that you can call her Penny. But that's exactly where we are going to be picking up, as she was telling you guys, oh, we can do your orientation today! And very excited. So with that, let's grab y'all's minis and put you guys on this map here. This is Penny's receiving office here. Some people may have to be slightly outside. Yours is real big. Alright, so let me switch this up a little bit. A little bit better music, huh? Alrighty. So, Penny pipes up and goes, so, I'm so excited that you're all here. There's so much to do. What should we do first? Let me think about this. Oh, orientation. Okay. So, if you guys will sit here 1 second, I'm going to make sure I do this correctly. Sort of not to do this anyway. If the phone rings, it's not going to ring. I'll be fine. And she goes out the little door in the back of the room. This room is not overly large. You guys can see here as it's setting here. It's got the desk in there. There's a few receiving chairs. And you notice the animal in the corner, this large ox-like creature that's in the corner. Well taxidermied. It's pretty impressive. Let me switch up the music to this brush. This is too patient. But you guys are left in this room right now. Y'all are welcome to look around if you like, or you can just bide your time. Or if you guys have any questions or things that you want to talk about the shelf.
I'm not going to sit in her chair and wait for the phone to ring. I don't know what a phone is, but I'll figure it out today.
Beat me to it. This place feels like a cult.
It's giving cold.
Yes.
I feel like both safe and in danger. I don't know what to do.
Physically safe, mentally in danger.
Yeah.
Yes. So just a few minutes go by here before stumbling back in. Penny is with one rather stout and strong, composed half-elf. That you can see the pointy ears being a well-defined feature there. Very, very muscular. Stepping in and then he goes, "This is Lieutenant Jack." It's still too loud. This is Lieutenant Jack Carter, and he's in charge of our training here at Chino, and he'll be the first person to tell you all about everything here. And Jack, you look over at him, and he doesn't look the same enthusiasm, the same meaner. The vibe is way different between these two, as he seems very stoic, very composed, very together, as he looks at around the room to every individual, and you see him, like, as he scans over you, sizing you up, and just, well, I guess this is what we have to work with. Come follow me. I'll tell you all about why you don't want to join Chino. And Penny kind of burps in. Oh, don't mind him. He really does want you to be here, and he's excited for this opportunity. Right, Jack? We are so thrilled to have you here.
Now I feel way better.
That's great.
Insight check.
As Penny goes, right this way, and we grab a mini for Carter.
If only the phone rang.
Everything would have changed.
Butterfly
I
effect.
really want to know what happened.
I don't.
Dude, I've got to figure out the ones I'm using before this. We'll have this guy stand in for Carter for now.
Now you have too many to choose.
I know, that's so many. Stepping through this way, he is, all right, follow suit. And opens a door to a little receiving area here. You guys can file all in if somebody wants to help me push minis. You come to this little hall here in the center.
Put on top of a
As you
Steal it.
As you step into this, there's a grand, large staircase that starts over here and goes up around over your heads. This being the top of the stairs, you'd be kind of walking under the stair at this point. There are magnificent sculptures in here, a depiction of this large, dragon in fighting with maybe it's a serpent, maybe it's a leviathan of some sort, fighting with a giant. And there's a splash of water up with the purpose of this, and the other depictions of everything in here. This is a rather nice home. Very high quality. The decor is top notch. There's kind of a part of you where you're like, hey, what can I lift? While others is like, oh, I don't want to break that. That's expensive. And you also see a peacock over here that is stuffed and all together, a fine trophy of an animal or maybe a loving pet once before, who knows. And this kind of lynx-like tabaxi-ish creature. No, it's not tabaxi.
Do I see that?
But as you're guided through here, you can't help kind of take in the details of the surrounding area before moving through a small little antechamber into a large dining room where it starts to go, all right, everyone find a seat, sit right down, and you guys can sit wherever you feel comfortable,
Sitting
next
Brute make
to
sure he doesn't
whoever
steal
you
anything.
want.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm free to steal everything.
Teamwork.
Penny,
I'm not your moral compass. I'm his.
If I'm your moral compass,
Penny chirps up and goes, well, I must get back to all of my things. I will be back with some paperwork for you. This is great. I'm so excited. And she leaves out and goes back to her post. Lieutenant Jack Carter sits down, and he goes, so, it's my job to train you lot. And before I even get invested in training you, I have to make sure you understand what you're getting into. A lot of people get this promise of wealth, fame, power, and they, it really gets to their head. They don't understand that they will die. With one false mistake, move, anything, they're gone. And everyone's like, oh, just bring them back. It's not that easy sometimes. Sometimes there's nothing left to find, all right? There's nothing left. Nothing to bury. Just everybody's... No one's flinching. I like this. Maybe this is good.
This sounds mild.
This sounds like a regular Tuesday for us.
At this point, yeah. Pretty normal.
Jack goes, what are your names, you?
Ronnie.
Ronnie. Yeah? What do you like to do? You stab things, shoot things,
All of the above.
any cool skills?
Lots of them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Care to explain? Nothing?
I think you covered it.
That's it? All right. And as he kind of looks over, across to the other side of the table here, well, I guess he'd be looking on that side of the table. He's going to quickly shoot back over and look over at you.
All right.
And there's Dragon Boy.
I'll play music and do the magics.
Magics. Music. That's a good time.
Which fun stuff.
All right. What would you say is your best talent?
Lying.
That's fair.
Like,
When we get to the trials and we get to the honesty trial, this will be fun. All right. And in a quick looking towards your direction, he grabs one of the writing instruments he has and he chucks it in your face.
No way.
See if you can catch it.
Just dexterity or?
Yeah. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that is 20.
20. No problem. As this is like a laser headed straight towards you, you just...
I pocket it.
Good. And he looks immediately sitting next to you there, Oberon. And he actually goes, and your name?
I'm Oberon. Nice to meet you.
Oberon. I know she introduced me before. I'm Lieutenant Jack Carter. You can just call me Carter.
All right.
That is what I prefer. Yourself, big Loxodon man. You swing big swords, big axes.
sorry for the lead.
You punch things, throw people through walls.
I'm rather handy with a mace, but I'm more of the support type and healing usually.
Seems like
Rather large and good at taking hits, though.
I feel like we could tap into some of your size, maybe get you a big axe or something. That really seems fitting.
Very tempted to just cast spiritual weapon with a giant axe. But I'm not going to do that. That's a second level spell.
We don't have someone of your stature come through here, and I'd be loving to see what kind of damage you could do with it. But if you stick to more of a methodical, manipulating the battlefield and all that stuff, maybe it won't be as fun. Your name?
Relaine. You could
Rain?
also just call me bookkeeper.
Bookkeeper. Well, sounds like a sport guy.
You should have seen us betting.
As it looks to your cat friend beside you and goes, and how about you? Sly, crafty, smart?
If that's what you want to think.
All right, and your name?
Boot.
Boot. All right. What's your greatest skill?
You have to ask my friend. I don't know what he does, but when I wake up, everyone's dead.
Your friend? You have a friend.
I'll hold out my hand, and it starts to morph into a bear claw, and then I retract it back.
All right.
Other boot. Motivated boot.
Motivated boot.
He likes to hit things with his bare fists.
Me too.
What's in that?
If you could reach your hand from there, he would give you a high five.
We just climbed on the table and fives and comes back.
If you would be interested in sparring later, I'd gladly go bare fist to bare fist.
This sounds fun.
Looking over at the very end of the table here, looking in your direction. What's your story?
I can shoot things with my bow and arrow, but I focus on healing more so.
That's a trope if I've seen one. Well, sure we could do something with that. What's your name?
You can call me Erin.
Erin. And where are you from?
I'm from that district.
Okay. All right. How about you?
Adrian. I hunt monsters with my spear, my shield, and
What's the scariest thing you killed?
It's past.
took care of some werewolves, some lycans once.
Okay.
Those are my specialty.
Oh. Got a favorite weapon?
Spear.
Spear.
Crafted it myself.
Nice. What was the name again?
Adrian.
Adrian. And you see he is taking some notes and other things like that. Well, now that we have some introductions out of the way, got a little gist of Yale's weaknesses, we're going to be talking about some of the dangers of Gino. For the first thing, this is a new operation. I'm supposed to tell you about the experimental nature of the equipment we will be working with. This equipment, and it feels like he's said this maybe like 100 times, maybe more. This equipment is...
Look to your side, you see your
yeah. Very
Fasten your
much,
seatbelt.
very much kind of like starting to get into that rote memorization of it all. Kind of shifting back to that same "we're thrilled to be here" kind of tone.
Welcome to Costco.
Great. The experimental nature of the equipment that you'll be working with is rather advanced, dangerous, and improving every day. For the first people that used the Chino gauntlets, they were adamantized, if I said that correctly. Poof, dust, disintegrated, gone. Nothing to bring back. They understood the risk, but we have since gone very well at improving these things. And when he kind of says this Chino gauntlet, none of this registers with any of y'all as a thing you've heard of or a thing you've known about. You're like, Chino gauntlet, what is this? Everybody make a history check.
That'd be good.
I raise my hand. When do we get to meet Mr. Chino?
That's a good question. There is no Chino.
What?
There is no Mr. Chino. There is nothing. It is merely about the gauntlet itself. This technology is what is birthing the possibility of this hero-like force, this adventurers guild, whatever you want to call it. Chino is an acronym. Does anybody want to guess what it stands for? What's everybody's history roll?
15.
20.
15?
8.
20?
10.
Also 8.
8 and 10. Okay. You have the best recollection of any information that has come across this entire group.
Somehow.
You've actually, in some of your spheres of influence and hearing people talk, you pick up on conversations quite well. And eavesdropping is something you naturally do. But you remember the words cybernetic hyper intelligent.
Cybernetic, hyper intelligent.
Oh yes, this one knows it. Neurological, omnipresent.
What?
I didn't come up with it.
I don't know half of what it mean.
So, in essence, this is a very, very fancy device that connects all the heroes in its program through a biological interface. This, and he pulls out a from like kind of under the table here, pulls out this kind of gauntlet bracelet thing that would fit your forearm, and it has several bits of wires and other things coming across it in various different forms and fashions. A few little drims encrusted. You see runes. There's a small bit of arcing electricity that comes across the small square panel, and this looks unlike anything that you've personally seen in the advancement of technology within the world of Zenith. And he goes, this is, in essence, Chino itself, this gauntlet. You put this on, and it allows you to be able to teleport to incidents all across Zenith itself. Our program started 5 years ago and has advanced considerably. Mostly having the hardest time trying to gain traction and approval within Zenith's communities and spheres of influence. But we've been proving that our efforts are welcomed. These are for the good of Zenith. This is the best solution, to be able to find a trusted and strong strike force that can be inserted to any situation that pops up in a quickest response type thing. Because while the Central Trading Hub guards would like to say that they have a quick response time, we've all been there waiting for them to come report a fender bender. We understand how long that takes. Now the second thing is someone's got, a wand to your head. How long are you going to wait for them to get there? No, you're like, boom, Chino inserts heroes straight to the problem, solves the issue, comes back. Great. Problems with this is that many would not like Chino to be able to have this power of invasion, to assert their control or power across all the territories at a blip of existence. So that's why it's taken quite some time. Not only with the advancement of technology trying to improve to not have people completely deatomized, vaporized, whatever, but also being able to teleport around unchecked. So we have been working with the absolute upper spheres of influence and power to get this push through and make possible. Each of you will be earning your own fame and renown within Chino itself, not only earning a name for Chino, but also a name for yourselves, where people understand and respect you as a hero and welcome you to be in their areas. Lower ranking Chino members and inductees and people that are on promotion still will not be able to just get thrust to the most sensitive areas of balance to mess it up and cause this to get red flagged and canceled and, yes.
There is a nacho stand in the Central Trading Hub. Are you telling me I could go from here to the nacho stand immediately?
If there was emergency there and they called for this, or Chino's algorithms figured it out and anticipated it, yes.
No further questions.
Your ability to manipulate these gauntlets at will to teleport somewhere, that is very limited. However, that's something that could be increased in time, in control and stature, and welcome advances. However, can be dangerous. Typically, the result is to 2 teleportations a day. Pushing that envelope of the gauntlet to more uses per day can have chances for terrible things.
Dustiness.
Yes. So, all of these words, all of these things, we've come a long way in 5 years. We've had the heroes and other things perform very well. We have some of the close to be champions of certain districts inducted into Chino. However, we've also had a great amount of losses. Some miscalculations on our part on who can tackle what problem. There have been significant threats that have hit the news, and I'm sure you've heard of over the last 5 years. Some within the Void, some within Chino, within Zenith itself. Words. And sometimes, because our resources are stretched thin, we send a less than ideal equipped crew to handle it, and that goes sideways real quick. And we have lost many inductee to the Chino program, and that is very much what I'm supposed to prompt to you right now. Do you have a designated heir to your items within your district or your things on your person?
Probably find one.
Yes.
Can I do that like right now?
So what?
Can I do that like right now?
Right now.
Yeah, you can have them.
Oh, that's as long as we designate, a chain of passing on these things, y'all could all have it go to one person, that person say it goes to me. That's great. I won't write anybody's name in for myself. I'm not allowed to do that. But I bring this question up to pose to you very carefully. You need to consider who your possessions, companies, homes go to, whether it be a loved one, whether it be the person you think might benefit the most from it. Whatever.
I'd like to be buried with my gold.
That doesn't usually happen. Maybe a long time ago, emperors. Yeah.
Imagine if I set my root to friend tank. Throw a final FU.
But, just so everyone's clear of the very real possibility of dying, and having that be there. However, the good things about Chino: fame, power, money, influence. All these things can be yours and more.
Do we have special hats?
No.
Oh.
Once you put on this gauntlet, we have never removed one. It binds with your biological being and cannot be removed. Maybe separate from an amputation. We could try that. You could try to regrow the limb.
Generation's not heard of. Well, it's not unheard of.
It's possible. I'm pretty sure. Not my expertise. However, you put this on. You are granted communication directly with the agents of Chino, with Penny herself, to be able to assign quest to say, hey, can you spare 15 minutes to go fight Tiamat? I'm just kidding. These are, examples. I'm terrible at those. And in which case you can accept or decline said taking upon quest. However, decline too many quests and you may not be as held highly within getting a salary or bonus structure or other things like that. For each completed mission, no matter what level of the mission, if you are called to something very trivial, cat up the tree, 1,000 gold per member of completion. Like that. We have very gracious donating benefactors to this project. Yes.
I think we just found a quest loop. I'd like to find a tree.
Start manufacturing the own problems that we can solve.
We already do that. That's what we've been doing.
Carter can be racist. We can abuse the system.
So it says not only that, but you also have access to getting certain rewards of magical items. One, through the adventures of whoever you're facing and sometimes dispatching. Two, by means of reward through Chino's system itself. We find the best weapons and magical items to equip our heroes for success. Sometimes they will be directly teleported to you upon acceptance of a quest or completion of one. Sometimes it's in different order. With that, these items, should they be granted to you, will be very well known if they are temporary or permanently assigned to you until you were to be dispatched. That's usually about all it takes for people to be like, oh yes, we want to join. Lots of money. However, the renown goes a long way. Passports granted upon access to any quest that is reaching into any district. A lot of these passports don't get revoked and allow you to use them off mission, as long as you're not messing things up. So holding a good stature and renown to save the day for some village in the giant district, you may still be able to visit that district after that mission, as long as you didn't do something to have it revoked. So there's a lot of access with these privileges and quest. With that being said, what questions do you have for me?
So I got one on the table right there.
Yes. You are the closest to it. As you go to reach and put your hand into it, make an initiative or dexterity roll.
Test out that.
13.
What is your modifier?
+3.
Plus 3. He beats you.
Okay.
At
Hey,
almost.
hey.
It's not enough.
Cutting word.
It's not enough.
-2.
In this quick succession, he like grabs you almost. You have your arm like slipped into this thing, and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm in. Come on.
I get that. This one's for show.
Oh.
And is an earlier model.
Well, I'll do like the poof thing.
Disintegrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, win-win.
You almost got all this stuff.
Move your head.
Oh, bro.
So, no lack there of initiative. I applaud that. However, that could have ended really bad. He kind of takes a breath and he grabs it and he moves it back.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
Also with the gauntlet, it, like I said, integrates with your biological self and can be completely undetected. Completely undetected. Which helps in some missions where you need to not be flashy. So.
That's why they don't have hats.
We will decline all of those missions.
What other questions? He's a little nervous.
I don't think I have any questions. I think you've answered all of mine.
Pretty comprehensive.
Oh, good.
Probably gonna die. Maybe get a lot of money.
Yes. High points.
So I'm like, if we wanna like quit, when can we retire? Or do I have to do this till I'm like 80?
You bring a good point, actually.
It's a great point, actually. I will talk. I'll talk to Captain Isabel Cruz and see if she has an answer for that. I don't have an answer to that right now because we've never had anybody to get to a retirement age, being very new to this endeavor. We usually just go with the, kind of life insurance policy, where it's...
Do you have a 401k?
No, we definitely do not. This business does not support that yet. We're still growing. A small business. We are still growing.
Please tell me you're not HR.
No.
Would he be making racist comments if he was?
If anything, we have a type of HR maybe that might fall under Sophia's district. I don't know.
So who's actually in charge here?
That's a good question. Well, so Director Amelia Silverhawk. She is the head honcho.
Have I heard of this Amelia Silver?
Roll a history check.
Yeah, I have an idea.
19?
19.
You curse me.
She is a very seasoned hero. And she's a actually high elf that is pretty notable within the districts and has won a few champions in her time. She hasn't competed in any in quite some time, and you would recognize this name as being kind of far off. But a very seasoned hero with years of experience. Other than that, you don't got anything else.
So she's retired. She
In
hit the
essence.
retirement age.
In essence. So, but she is the director, and she oversees and really kind of covers for us. Puts on a good face. She does the big relationships. Keeps things moving, keeps us funded, other things like that. Her direct deputy is Deputy Director Marcus Stone. He is really kind of managing the day-to-day operations and such. And usually one you would actually find that you can talk to and chew you out for something that you've done wrong. But he has a great ability to handle high-pressure situations. And, yeah. And then there's Captain Cruz, Isabel Cruz that I mentioned. She will actually go out into the field. She's probably the only member here that's actually in Chino with a gauntlet. And I truly respect her. She has held a gauntlet for 3 years. Record. So, and she will usually kind of head up the highest profile missions and assist those in their escapades.
Will we have debriefs of each mission that we are sent on?
It really depends.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a pre-mission, like information as much down, give you stuff. And other times it's just get you there as fast as possible, solve the problem, and then come back and pick up the pieces.
So this is a shoot first, ask questions later sort of thing?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Some of these are more directed, some of these are more delicate, and others are problem.
Yeah. So unless specified, shoot first, ask questions later.
Do your best judgment. I'm supposed to help train you today on some of those judgment-related questions, and we will be actually getting to trials today if you all sign up. Which, we're doing good so far. Usually I have people leave. All right. Also, I mentioned Sophia. Sophia Nugan is our chief analyst, and she kind of leads the intelligence and analysis division here at Chino, and actually is the main reason we've had less people deatomized and such, and or atomized, whichever. Not my specialty.
The Dusty.
Yeah. That's honestly what we should call it. I'll pitch that to her. But she's very technical and rather smart, and we usually anticipate patterns and send people on missions in advance of the problem escalating. I've been impressed with her skills and truly respect her work, though I don't understand it.
This is giving Minority Report.
With that being said, I'm sure Penny should be coming with documentation anytime now.
Do we have to talk to her on a daily basis?
Yes.
Oh no.
That's the final straw.
I'm leaving.
For that reason, I'm out.
Jack says, we have 3 trials that we are to work you through as a very quick training before launching you on your first missions. Initially, you will be in a probationary period that is unspecified in duration. You could have your gauntlet deactivated in its connection to Gino, should you not be able to make it through the probationary period, essentially being fired without having your arm chopped off. So, because we haven't been able to remove them, like I said earlier. So there's that probationary period where you will be limited in what you can do till you earn the respect or renown of stature of decisions and ability. These trials, the 3. The first one is a trial of decisiveness. The second trial is a trial of survival. And the third is honesty.
Give a big toothy grin when he says that.
You got a lot of not so honest people in the group. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Why are we all on this side?
Do you have any choice in which trial you want to undergo first?
Decisiveness.
That's very decisive. Pass. No. Penny jumps into the room. Doo-doo-doo. All right, I have the paperwork. Dang, I didn't make enough copies. Hang on, I'll be right back. And she goes and make more copies.
She's handwriting them.
Yeah, probably.
And as you guys all reflect, is there any nature of which, of a vote, which trial you would want to start first?
Decisiveness is fine, I think.
Decisiveness is fine?
Yeah.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
with this.
I like it. I like it a lot. As all right. So I have your paperwork. Each of you will please sign these. You must make sure your full name is there at the top. What district you are from. You're going to see a few initialed waivers of liabilities, such in the inherent nature of being obliterated. And make sure you initial on page 4, 6, and 8. A lot of people miss 8. And at the very end, there is the inheritance clause of if you'd like to submit your items to go to a certain person. You can fill that out now, or you can fill it out at a future date. Up to you. Should you leave it blank, it will be given all of your items over to Chino, as it doesn't seem much else direction to go with anything. Does anybody have any questions? No? Great.
Paperwork. The best adventure in D&D.
All right.
I'm specifically making sure Boot doesn't sign anything until I read all of it.
My lawyer is not here.
But I call book and
As you read it all, I need you to make an intelligence check. Or, I'm trying to think if there's a different skill.
Wisdom, maybe.
Investigation, sometimes wisdom.
So trash. It's the same dice that I rolled trash with last week.
He gone.
Intelligence, or what was the other thing? Sorry.
Or, like I was thinking, investigation is probably a good one. Or just a straight wisdom check.
Pretty much.
Insight.
Yeah.
Insight or investigation would be the two.
Insight's way better. Still kind of trash. 11.
11. As you go through this, it's rather exhausting and large. You can see the intent of it and see the different titled sections and such. You don't see any language that seems to compromise you that you can tell or pick up on.
Cool.
Other than the dismemberment of like assigning a line, no blame for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checks out. Cool. I will sign it then. Boot. Everything seems in order. You can sign it.
Take out my stolen pen and.
Got a pen. Here, another one. Wow.
All good?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. With that, after the session, you guys can text me or message in any shape, form, fashion, filling out the form with name, district, and who your inheritance is to. Those will be noted for your Zenith paperwork. Jack goes, all right. Well, now that that's underway, who wants to go first? The first trial is not a group project.
Well, I was decisive,
Well, you
sir.
seem rather excited.
Perfect. Everyone, and Penny gathers all the paperwork and goes back and starts doing filing. Jack says, everybody, follow me into this room. Opens these two double doors and everyone find a seat.
Which seat do I take?
Ooh, comfy chair.
Wait. There we go.
Nice.
All right. With this, you will all be put to sleep, and you will be entering a dream space where you will be encountering situations. Be mindful of your decisions and how long it takes to make them. Everyone understands?
Yes.
When you're ready, place your head back on the cushion of the seat you are in. There is no save to this. There is no resistance. It is instant. The second it's magical sleep instantly. You're like, can this be sold? You guys see him just drop, just straight to a snoring.
Well, the way he says, you can put your head back up.
Can I see any sort of indicator of where it's sourced from? Just because I'm curious.
Make a perception check.
Nope.
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 That's so sad.
For this, does anybody have a hit points greater than 75?
No.
I can wild shape twice.
Elves magically cannot be put to sleep.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So as
How does that work for
as
you?
with that, there doesn't seem to be any hindrance with that
Nice.
in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You're not 100% sure what this is. First thought for yourself is a sleep spell or something like that. But it seems to be some kind of seated threshold that it's like sleep, but it's not.
Pumping NyQuil through the vents.
What was your total again?
6.
6, yeah. Just don't know fully for sure. With that, you're out first.
Hi. I'm gonna wake up naked.
Work me the first off.
So you appear as you envision yourself.
I'm homeless again, yeah!
So we move to the scene of Auberon homeless again. You are currently in a black corridor. It seems to stretch out ever wider in front of you. There's no door, there's no window. It stretches on farther and farther. It is encompassingly dark. But there's more light farther in the distance. What do you do?
Do I have my loot?
Yeah.
Traveling down time. I'm gonna walk straight forward
All right.
towards the light.
Head headed down the corridor here.
That's a dirty 20 on the performance check.
Oh, love it. So, rousing tune. It is perfect. It could not be better. You're like, I love this. It's so great.
This is fun.
The reverb and the effect of everything and how it's playing back to you. Before you see in the distance that light growing in size and revealing 6 pillars, each of them housing an item. The first houses a sword. The second, a book. The third, a spyglass. Should I get this in order? I'm going to mess them up here for you. The fourth is a rope. The fifth is a wand. And the sixth is a tankard.
Drink is life.
You see them on the pillars. What do you do?
I'm gonna go take the tankard.
You head to the tankard. As you pick it up, the whole world around you goes bright white. And it hurts your eyes. It kind of feels like it sears it. And you instantly find yourself stirring back, your vision coming back together. And you're on a beach.
Oh.
There's waves washing up. Tankards in your hand. There are 3 barrels on the beach. One that is open. One that's on its side rolling in the waves. And the other one shattered to bits. Which one do you investigate?
Shattered one.
Alright.
Need like an investigation check?
Yeah.
Alright.
This is a bullshit quiz.
Yeah.
That is an 11.
11.
You are Harry Potter.
As you go to investigate the broken one, you see inside there is a dead bird.
Gross.
He is homeless.
Lizard brain.
I did this yesterday. What do you expect?
Snack!
I don't know I'm gonna eat again.
Doritos.
As you do so, everything goes bright white again. And you are now on a stage. There is a massive audience in place. The Grand Opera House of the Central Trading Hub. You are on the stage. Who's around you? Are you a lone performer? Do you have others with you?
I said I have like an elf
Okay.
and rook, because I know elves and rook are stories.
Yeah.
So I'd say that fits very well.
All right. And what would this performance be?
Well,
Dubstep.
it would probably be a tale of me telling the story of orcs, the old orcs and elves fighting from a long time ago.
All right.
Because that's a story I spurred a while ago with Grimm, so
There you
it's a
go.
story I know well.
And you see Grim in the audience.
Stay away from me!
But he's cheering you on.
Alright.
With this, I need you to roll a 1d100.
Alright. 11.
11. You wake up back in the room.
That was really weird. That was so weird.
Everyone's unconscious except for Jack. As he goes, that was pretty quick.
Did you see me eat a dead bird?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I'm not in that. So.
Damn.
That's all you, homie.
I just get told the results of the test.
Alright. No, I'll get any more. I'm happy.
So let's go next.
I will.
All right. You see this long corridor stretches ever forward, and there's a light in the distance. No doors, no windows. What do you do?
I'll walk towards the light.
Same thing you see. very similar to how we described it. The 6 pillars: sword, a book, spyglass, rope, wand, and a tankard. In that order, left to right.
I mean, I'm called bookkeeper. I gotta pick the book.
Staying true. As you go and you pick up the book, bright white, you feel yourself thrust forward. You're falling through the air. Wind's whizzing by. Your vision comes to you. You are literally falling through the sky. What's your first inclination of what you would do?
I would try to. How far away am I from the ground? I guess would be the first thing.
Make a perception check.
Parachute.
It's not great. 11.
11. So, pretty similar to before. You cannot see the ground and how far away it is. There's a lot of clouds, and you're not sure if that's is what is obscuring the ground or not. But there's a sense that you have no time to decide.
Then that sucks. Since I can't see anything around me, I will. I was gonna try to use Misty Step. Then I guess, I'll try to, as soon as I see the ground, use Misty Step to
All right.
end up there instead of.
As you are ready to time this out for when the ground approaches, you see seconds tick by. You're falling fast, passing through cloud after cloud after cloud. You're approaching. You can see the ground. You see it coming fast, rather quickly. Make an intelligence check.
Yep, I'm rolling so trash. It's great. 5.
Everything goes black. Black as can be. You wake up in your office. Within the actual central library, the grand library. And that book is in your hand. As you look around to your surroundings, nobody's in there with you. You're alone. What's your first course of action?
Do I have any recollection of the book I'm reading?
This book is exactly the one you picked off the pillar.
What is
And
there
you
any
not-
indicator?
There's no
of,
indication in memory
Okay.
of being in this space before that.
What is
You
the book?
remember falling. So
Can I look at the cover? What is the book?
you look at the cover. Roll 1d100.
$28.
You wake up. For this, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right.
I am bird.
Same exact hallway. Super black, super dark. There are no windows, no hallways. Seems to be a wall behind you. Long corridor, light in the distance. The others are ever wider.
I'll move towards the light.
You see the same 6 pillars: sword, book, spyglass, rope, wand, and a tankard.
I will take the spyglass.
You can do the same thing.
It's not fun like that.
6 items. Yes. Figure out what they all
I
are.
knew if I wanted it, I'd have to go next.
Alright, so as you grab it, everything goes bright white. And you feel yourself, you're cold. Ugh. It's very chilly. The ground beneath you is metal. You feel it before your vision comes together. You're currently inside of a vault.
Do I still have the
What's in it?
spyglass?
Yeah, spyglass is with you.
I'd like to look around with the spyglass.
You're looking around. What's in this vault?
Oh, I get to decide?
Yeah.
Lots of hats. Really cool hats, shiny hats, weird hats. And they all are in their own glass cases with alarms on them, so that if anyone opens it, it sets off a hat alarm.
Do you have one with like the Chino logo on it?
Yeah, the one I envisioned when I asked that question, the Chino, and on the Chino hat is a person disintegrating, becoming a Dusty.
So, as you look around and you see all these hats, and fancy, and all of their elaborateness, and you have the spyglass with you. You look at them with your spyglass?
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Roll a perception check.
11.
It's rough, guys.
Yeah.
Dude, what's with our 11s today?
No, dude.
As you go to look through, everything goes dark. Is this thing working? And when you pick your eye off of it and put it down, you're in a new location. You're home. What does that look like?
For Boot, it's essentially just, you can't even tell this village is a village because a lot of where the Tabaxi live is either burrowed into the base of like massive tree root systems or kind of up on the boughs of the trees. So there's not like an established village as you would think, but home would be basically in almost like a teepee underneath a tree.
Who do you hope to see there?
My hats. My hat
Who?
collection. I don't
Separate
know.
from any
I don't
item.
have any friends.
Any person.
Bookkeeper.
Aww.
But he wouldn't fit, so this is a conundrum.
But the hope is there.
Yeah, the hope is
You're like,
there.
just a
could
really
he
tiny
climb
one.
in this? Can he climb?
I've told him about my hat collection, so I want him to see the hat collection.
You hope he's there. Roll a 1d100.
I think that would be 40, right? 30 and then a 0 and then...
Yeah.
40?
Well, no, that's actually still 30, I think, right?
I think
Because
so.
it's the only way you can get that 30.
Yeah.
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 30.
Unless you're counting 20 in the 0, then it's that one. But I prefer to go that being 30. So, all right. That's our highest D100 roll so far. You wake up. Who's next?
I go.
That's
Decisive. I like it. Ooh.
I am deciding to go last.
He already made up his mind a long time ago. You appear in a dark hallway. It's very long. It grows ever wider. There's no windows or doors. It's very dark. Seems to be a wall behind you. And it goes ever lighter in the distance as it brightens.
I'll touch the wall behind me first.
Passes through.
And we'll go that way.
You head the opposite direction. As you push through, you're met with a hallway of light. It's ever bright. And you see 6 pillars. Sword, book, spyglass, rope, wand, and tinker.
I'll go with the rope.
Rope, switching it up. As you grab onto the rope, everything is bright white. Your vision completely blinded. But you have this rope that you're hanging onto. As you start to feel you're riding something. You're riding it. The rope is connected to something you're riding. Or you're flying. What would be a creature that Ronnie would hope to ride?
Like a giant eagle.
Giant eagle. Roll a nature check.
Nature check. I don't think this is going to be good. 12. At least it's not old.
I know, I've been really suspicious if it was.
I did roll an 11.
As you're flying through here, and you have this rope, and it's hooked around and back to you, these reins of sword. As you're flying through and coming along, there are mountains in the distance, and there seems to be a storm brewing far up ahead. It looks like you could go above it. You could try to cut lower and stay away from some of the worst of the higher winds that are near the tops of the mountain. So make sure I'm framing this correctly. Storm, mountains. You go below it, and what you seem like a peaceful valley, or up above it and clear it all. Which direction do you go?
We're going up.
As you descend further up and higher, going up, trying to get above the storm, roll 1d100.
71.
You wake up? You're going last.
I gotta go next. Yep.
All right, so Aaron, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dark hallway. No windows, no doors. It's very dark, black, and grows ever larger ahead in front of you. There's a light in the distance. Which way do you go?
Go towards the light.
As you do, you see the same 6 pillars: sword, book, spyglass, rope, wand, tankard.
Do the wand.
All right.
I'd love to see it.
All right. As you grab the wand, everything goes bright white. You can't see. Shocker. And you are now in an observatory. You are in an observatory, and there is a giant telescope that is stretching out, and it is pinpointed up, looking out the sky. It's not obscured by the small, noticeable dome. This is in the void, possibly. What's your first thoughts?
Look through the telescope.
All right. You go to look through the telescope. Roll just a flat d20.
13.
We're climbing, guys.
Slowly but surely.
I roll a 14.
As you look through the telescope, you don't see stars. You see cherry blossoms floating down all around. And you realize you're now in a forest. They're floating down all around you. It's very tranquil. Seems a place you were meant to be. As you look around, what is the thing you fear most?
Probably seeing my parents.
Classic.
Right? I know.
All right.
From the setup that's appearing.
So as you're in a place that feels like you belong, cherry blossom petals falling all over, this is your place. A peacefulness. This fear rises up as you're looking back. Is that your parents? Roll a 1d100.
65.
Okay. And you wake up. We jump over to Adrian. Same parameters. Large, dark hallway. No windows, no doors. It's very dark, very black, and ever expanding, growing larger in the distance. There's a light further in the distance.
I will look behind me.
It seems to be a wall.
Oh, it's not. I'll try touching the wall.
All right, and as you reach out, your hand passes through.
Okay. I'll walk through.
You walk through. It's very bright, white, large, expansive, seemingly no borders or walls in sight, but 6 pillars, holding a sword, a book, a spyglass, a rope, a wand, and a tankard.
What else is in the room?
There are no. It almost doesn't feel like a room. It feels like there are no walls.
Okay.
It's just white into the expanse.
I'll pick up the sword.
One of each. Let's go.
Would have really annoyed me if you didn't pick the sword. We would never know. We would never know.
You're on a battlefield.
Great. I died. Well, a new character.
Does a 19 hit you?
Just hits.
Just hit.
Actually, you know what? At least my reaction use my blood maledict and use subtract a d4, so we'll miss.
All right. As this massive sword that is being held, being carried and swung at you from a large Etten, it's two-headed. It's very large. It doesn't look that you can survive a hit from this. As it comes down and it looks like it's going to hit, and you just narrowly, as it slices by, you feel like part of you is missing even though it didn't hit. What's your first course of action?
Immediate, just like repost and go for attack.
All right. So seeing the lunge of missing, you take your opportunity and go to strike.
Yeah.
Roll to hit. 11. It can't be 11.
It's a 14.
Thank you.
But with my hit bonus.
Okay, with your hit though.
22 to hit.
Yeah. It would be really hard for that to be an 11.
Yeah.
Would have been hilarious. All right. As your blow hits and lands, everything goes black. Everything is hot, burning. You've never been to the Demon District, but the immense heat that you feel is as if you are being held over a pool of lava, and you deserve to be here. There's this sense of dread of, I'm stuck. As vision starts to come to, you are indeed in a prison. It is incredibly hot. You have the sword in your hand. As you look around, the cell is big enough for 2 people. Who would be here with you?
It would be a figure, but without a face. Because it would be my father, but I never knew him, so.
Okay.
I never knew my father.
Daddy issues couples over there.
Roll 1d100.
21.
You wake up. Jack is there, and the speed at which you wake up is in order of which you guys are waking up. But for you, it's as if takes maybe 20, 30 seconds at max since the time that you woke up for all of them to wake up as well. And it's in quick succession, this seamlessly happening seemingly at the same time. In which case, Jack yawns. Everybody done?
Yep.
Good. We can get on to something fun. Oh, great. Anybody afraid of water?
Yep.
That's good.
Horror fiddly-dee-dee.
All right. If everyone will get up from your nice, comfortable seats here and follow me this way. And it starts leading you into the central hall.
How could we be afraid of water? We are practically born in the water.
That's a stretch. And he starts leading you down the hall. You guys all are following suit. Before he brings you into a red carpeted room with a strange table in it. And he says, everyone, find your place around this table.
I don't know how to play.
All stripes.
This table that is here in front of you is a felt-covered green table that is octagon in shape and has 8 holes and pockets in the sides, similar to what would be a billiards table, but in the shape of an octagon. There are 2 yellow half circles on this, on either end, and they seem to connect 2 holes with that. half circle. It says, has anybody ever played this game before?
No. Have we?
Yeah, we make a history check.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have not.
7, 8.
8.
Guys, we're doing real well.
We're rolling really good this session.
It says, this is a game that kind of chases along some of the higher circles, and it's growing in popularity. There are a number of balls on this table of different colors. Everyone pick a color.
Green.
Blue.
Red.
Black.
Purple.
What
Magenta.
are regular options?
Look at what's on there.
As
I
many
think you
out of
only
the
got
way.
yellow left.
Yeah. Yellow.
Brown, maybe?
I was gonna pick
Brown.
yellow probably anyway. So yeah, yellow.
All right, Adrian, what was your color?
Black.
Book was yellow.
Yeah.
Boot.
Green.
Ronnie.
Purple.
Purple. Karen.
Red.
And yours.
Blue for the blue man.
Okay. It says, when you're ready, go ahead and touch the ball, the color of your choice. You guys all take a huge deep breath at the same time, instinctually, as if you can't breathe. And you feel like you're underwater. And indeed, you are.
Whoa.
As we'll change the map real quick.
No.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Let's go.
Dang.
I'll take that. That's not half bad.
Alright.
Might have to pull another set of dice from my stuff at the break.
You can use mine if you want.
Didn't 25, 20.
Specifically have me play
21.
with dice.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
10.
15.
15.
We're gonna die.
It's fine, I'm supposed to go last. I'm the
You said
cleric.
10?
That's true.
12, and you said 10. Ten to 5.
9.
5.
I'm scared for my life.
Scared.
All right. You are first up, Adrian. You are plunged into a coursing river. It is a semi-swift current that is here. You are plunged into this. What is your first course of action? The rest of your group is all around you.
Oh boy. How am I?
You're all underwater. Everyone's about 10 feet underwater.
I mean, I'm gonna swim to the surface.
Go ahead and make a athletics check as you're trying to fight this current. It is feeling like it's tugging you under.
11.
You cannot fight this current with that check, and you are being swept along trying to get to the surface. That is, consider your action. Do you have any bonus actions or other things that you'd like to do?
If I cannot get to the surface, I will look for Erin and try to swim over near her.
Alright. Make a perception check. The water is moving rather swiftly. You can see the figures of everybody around. You're not sure who is who. No. At this moment, there's a little bit of panic. You imagine the longer you're underwater, the less likely you are to keep your wits about you.
Yep.
Auburn.
Hi.
Hi. You're 10 feet underwater.
Um.
Current's swift.
Awesome. It's be a horrible time to use my lightning breath under here, guys. I'm gonna swim up.
Go for it. Make an athletics check.
That's so
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
7.
Yep.
All right. Unfortunately, you are unable to break this current. It's pulling you down further away. It's rather swift in motion.
Okay. If I yelled loud enough underwater, could they hear me?
You don't know?
Alright, I'm gonna try to scream underwater and give him bardic inspiration.
All right. The magic flows over. You have bardic inspiration. For who?
Oh, it's Adrian.
For Adrian. For yourself, you no longer have your air. So for that, you are already on the precipice of, like, you will be suffocating and drowning soon.
Small price to pay.
All right. Aaron.
Okay, I want to look around and see if there's anything like any sticks or rocks or anything that I could get like leverage to like,
Check.
give myself a boost
Make a
up.
perception check.
Okay. That is a 25. Yeah,
All right.
25.
This is counting as your bonus action for this. As you look around and you eye that there are several things caught in the current.
seen it.
There's a large stick about 6 or 7 feet in length, and it's probably attainable. It's 5 or 6 feet away. You want to go for that?
Yeah.
All right. Make an athletics check as you try to direct
So
yourself
free.
in this current.
5.
Unfortunately, you are stuck along in this current along with everybody
That's
else.
so funny.
Panic is setting in. That's your action. I don't think there's anything else to do on this one. Boot.
Great. I would like to transform into a giant octopus, grab everyone, and pull them up to the surface.
You have enough arms.
I have 8 arms, yes.
Do you have an octopus?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think we have an octopus.
Oh man.
He just taps my shoulder, just shows me it.
Yeah, I don't think I have an octopus. Oh well. You are an octopus. And you go ahead with your swimming speed. At advantage, roll an athletics check.
See what they
You're trying to help get everyone to the surface.
So 19 on athletics.
With no problem at all. And a few bit left, you kind of almost pull everybody down further, but it propels you, and you're carrying everybody on an upward trajectory. You're moving towards the surface.
We're moving.
Ronnie, you're up. Okay. You are currently grabbed by an octopus. And it seems friendly. and is pulling you towards the surface.
Do I know towards?
Yeah. I would say everybody knows this is
Stab
good.
you.
You're heading towards the surface. Anything you want to do?
I mean, I guess it just helps swim up.
Make an athletics check at advantage.
Okay. That is 16.
16. All right. You're definitely helping in the progress of this, not hindering. Bookkeeper, what's your move?
I'm going to cast Bless at 2nd level and get you 3 and you seem extra capable, so Aaron.
You got bardic inspiration.
You 3 and Aaron. Got it. All right. Y'all keep note that you guys are blood.
Separable.
Actually, we have
Maybe it's in,
somebody help with that.
yeah. Bless is verbal.
Oh. So,
I'm gonna
with
do it
that,
anyway. Boots carrying us to the surface.
you expel your air in casting this. You're hoping you can get there to get some air back. You're not sure how long you have without air.
I'm just throwing on him because we don't have enough for everyone else.
Okay. You can always do like a magical effect if you wanted to. Doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
Oh,
I'm just concentrating.
yeah, he's just conscious.
Isn't everybody except for us two anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
There's other ones in here that are like magical effect or other things like that.
Oh,
Just as a reminder that you have it.
Cool.
And then,
What do you, other than bless?
Oh, it's all.
What are you doing?
would I feel like I still have a use of Misty Step, or would I have used it in in the other trial.
How many spell slots?
That's part of a feat, so I only get it once.
Okay, you still have it.
Sick. Then I would try to Misty Step to. I would either
verbal
go.
component with that?
I don't think so. Yeah, there is.
No, can't do it.
Then I would just try to help swim to the
Make an
surface.
athletics check.
Couldn't I have bonus action dashed and do a second round of?
Yeah, make another one.
Advantage?
Oh, do we all have advantage because the octopus?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, you can roll
Give
that
advantage.
14.
It's not much better.
Alright.
9.
9. With this, efforts of yourself, Octopus, and everybody's collective effort here, Adrian, you felt like you had no chance of breaking the surface this round at all, and just as your turn is now starting again, you break the surface.
Yeah.
As you take in your surroundings, what do you
What are my surroundings?
do? So you see on either side here, as you're got a little bit of surface, there are craggy, like rock-like cliffs that are ever going up, maybe 20 feet or so. Not like unclimbable, but definitely difficult. And the water is running rather swift through here.
Gotcha.
However, make a perception check.
So it's a 14.
14. You see. Let me make sure that's. Yeah. You see a boat.
A boat.
Boat.
Is it safe to assume that Carter's not here, or is he here? Because his mini's there.
Oh, he's not.
Zach almost gave the DM answer and he was like, wait.
It was like about to be like, you saw him not touch a ball. You don't know for.
But you can't know for sure.
It is seemingly going along with the flow of everything, just like you are.
Well, that's good news. I'll use my free action to yell out, "There's a boat," because everybody's gonna see it. But anyway, just in case.
The difficult part of this is the rapid nature of this and how it's flowing with the flow of the river. Your like head is bobbing up just enough, and you can see it. It's pretty low profile.
Okay. Is there any way that I could pull out my javelin and tie a rope to it and throw it in the boat, even if I have to wait till next take 2 turns to do it?
Definitely a 2-turn action.
Yeah.
For this, make a sleight of hand check to tie the rope. That will be determining the DC of that knot.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 16.
16? Feel confident in your knot tying skills, even under distress. Oberon,
Hi.
you're at the surface.
Yes!
You hear him call out this boat, but make a perception check to see if you can see it.
It's pretty low. That's pretty low. That's an 11.
The water is crashing over your head. You're just getting enough air. You're like, you don't see the boat, but you heard him tell you about it.
Okay, you know, I'm right next to him. Can I try to cast a spell on him?
Yeah?
Full strength.
What is it?
Advantage.
Strength.
Advantage on all strengths.
Cool.
All right.
So now you have advantage on all strength. Base skills?
Yeah.
It's just for skills.
It's
not
just for-
saves, right?
No, not saves.
Real bullish.
You also solved the bark inspiration, so you're hyper.
I am hyper.
You're hyper.
It
Like the
says-
market, am I
it
right?
says, we believe in you. Aaron, unless there's something else you want to do.
Get a bardic inspiration.
Aaron, what's your
You need
gonna
it.
do?
See if I can see the boat.
Make a perception check.
Where the boat?
What about that? That is a 12.
Is the boat underwater? No, sorry.
That's okay. I'll just
The rapids of everything is
Yeah.
making it difficult.
try to stay above water.
All right. You keep doing that. Make an athletics check at advantage just to see how much of a hindrance or help you are to the endeavor.
13.
You're feeling better suited now. You got yourself about you. With the help of the octopus, it's like a little life raft wrapped around you, helping in the forward motion of everything. Boop.
So when I come up, can I see the boat?
Yeah, you have no problem. You're an octopus.
How far away is it from us?
It is maybe every bit of 10, 15 feet.
All right, I have 15 feet with my tentacle. Can I try to lash out and
Oh,
grab it?
yeah. No problem. You got plenty of arms.
I look at my javelin.
I have 2 arms left.
You grab onto it, and you got a little bit of locomotion and stuff. You start pulling it over to you.
I'll stab the boat.
Don't poke a hole in the boat.
All right.
And I'll use my own tentacle that's not doing anything to look at them and go and do a tentacle shrug. Point at the boat.
With that, Ronnie. I don't know why I looked over at you.
I'm gonna tap Boot and like get him to let go of me and grab onto the one that's hanging
All right.
and try to climb across to the boat.
All right. In a coordinated movement here, make an athletics check with advantage.
Acrobatics.
Sure.
Dex, please, Dungeon Daddy.
22.
With no issue whatsoever. You transition from water to octopus to boat. You're the first to get on this boat.
Somebody put me in that boat, please.
Does that make you the
Give me that
captain?
boat.
I am a captain on that ship. I'm the captain.
I think I'm the captain
He's too
right now.
small
I'm
for the
just saying.
As you
Fair enough.
jump in here, there's one paddle. You got it? Sure. Look at this paddle. Look at you. You got a paddle now.
Our own goblin.
With that, bookkeeper.
I'm gonna try to get on the boat.
All right, make an athletics check
Oh,
with
Lord.
advantage.
Got this.
How big is this boat?
You have bardic inspiration. This boat is big enough probably to house all of you. It is maybe
Everything's fine.
15 feet long.
Pretty well. At advantage. 18.
18? Yeah. You, with the work of traversing the distance and the octopus tentacles, and you might have maybe stepped on the octopus's head. You know, there's a little bit of transversing and moving as he's helping as well. You get on the boat.
Cool. I want to look around, see, is there anything on the land on either side? Trying to figure out what is our objective here.
Right. Make a perception check or an insight check.
So that, 10.
10. All right. Looking around, you're taking in everything. The water current is moving rather swift. Your right now immediate thought is, how do we navigate this boat to not crash into rocks? To keep us afloat in this thing, because obviously the current is hard to fight.
One lesson.
And you're you're like, oh, thank goodness for this boat. 2, you're like, how do we steer this thing? How do we keep it from crashing? But that's all you got.
Alright.
And there are obstacles and things within the water that could be a very instantly ending for this boat, especially well occupied with a lot of occupants.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie.
Me again?
No, we went from bookkeeper. Okay, sorry, Adrian.
Me, I'm gonna get on the boat.
Try.
I shall.
You have advantage.
Bardic inspiration.
No
Yeah.
problems.
25.
Easy. As you get on, you see Ronnie is holding that paddle.
It's a nice paddle you got there.
That's my paddle.
Give me the paddle.
Probably not the paddle, it's the paddler. You're small.
Yeah, but you're not gonna want to paddle. You're gonna want to put it on the boat, on the back of the boat, and use it as a rudder. But I don't know if I would know.
What's your
Oh,
first
he's a
course of
seaman.
I mean, if he says use a rudder,
not
I'll
that
use the
small.
rudder.
But I don't know if I would know that in character.
I mean, you were with pirates for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you were with
You're
them.
our expert.
I was the only one who was learning
Sailor.
how to steer the boat.
That's true.
You're an expert in this case.
I'd say you'd be able to give good advice on that.
Okay.
You said as a rudder, you have no chance of paddling.
Yep.
All right.
Give it back humbly.
Beyond just helping and facilitate this nature of that, anything else you do?
Anybody looking at us from the cliff sides?
Make a perception check.
Anybody having a good laugh? Probably not. 14.
14. You see nothing.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. That's gonna be it.
All right. Albra,
I'm on the boat.
get in the boat.
That's a 15.
15. All right. No problem.
On the boat. Awesome.
Take a little look-see around.
Yeah, make a perception check.
I hate
You
you.
drop.
I hate you more.
You can use plus on that as well.
Bless is attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh, don't
yeah.
say me.
Well, it's a 5.
All right. Nada.
Is that a wombat?
Aaron,
Trying to get on the boat.
good luck.
What's that?
It's time to play. Get on that
12.
boat.
Is it cake?
We'll
Or-
acrobat.
Can I do acrobatics? Oh, okay, then 15.
That's enough.
Woo!
You guys are quickly getting on here. With you being the last of the non-occupant octopus type, we jump to Boot's decision. And before we jump back to anything else you'll do you want to get on the boat or you want to stay in octopus?
No, I would stay in octopus, especially given that I see what's ahead of us. So as soon as they're all in, I'm going to shift to the front of the boat to start and guide.
Trying to navigate
Yeah.
as best you can. Okay.
Nice.
What do you want to do? with
I guess we'll
yours?
just look around and see if I notice.
Make a perception
Yeah.
check.
Anything in the mountains.
See if everybody fails.
That would be 15.
15. Beyond what has been described to everybody else about the cliff sides and the potential hazards and the flowing of the rapids, water, and everything like that, nada.
Cool.
As it's your turn, Boot, you've shifted to the front with all your movement, just kind of working along with all your tentacles.
I have 60 feet of movement in the water, by the way.
Good. You have no problem, no issue here. You move to the front and you start to navigate. We break less out of this initiative side of this, of where you guys could have potentially been pulled under, other things like that. You've gotten into this boat. You're feeling good about this. Peaks in your memory first, probably. Trial of survival. As the water is moving rather swiftly. Who is steering the boat?
I would have given the udder to the udder the oar rudder the udder.
Yeah.
Would have given it to Erlane because he'd be able to put the most force into it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I
with
did,
that,
I
you
did
can
bull
have.
strengthen.
You can
I have a
have.
22 strength.
Oh, never mind.
So
He's buffed up.
yeah. With that,
But I don't
probably
know that.
in your hands.
I'm
with
giving
that.
it to the big guy because
Alright.
I don't know that.
I mean, if
Powerful
it's handed
build
to me, I'll
anyways.
take it. But if
But you can hand it off. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. Y'all are all
Our
tight.
David has bull strength on
It's
him.
probably best that I take it.
So
You saw him fight those guys in the alley.
organize the boat how you guys would have your people oriented. Because if Adrian's in the back, hit him in the back, get your oar as best you can oriented to be a rudder-ish.
Get in there.
Sure.
Pass
get
that
in
oar
there,
back.
dude.
Yeah!
Bring
You
that
can do
over
it.
here,
You
boy.
can do it. Yeah, looks cool.
Well, you can like.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So, as you start to navigate this, I need you. The athletic side of this, we'll just do one for your strength on this, and then the next we're going to be navigating. So,
Okay.
you can use athletics and use advantage,
Cool.
and see as you're fighting the current and steering this.
Can I be in the
how
back
tough
trying to
it
help it? I mean, I don't know if I'll
is.
actually
Trying to
get
call out
bonus,
things. Do you
yeah.
want to be in the front to call out direction, or you want to be in the back trying to like give it your hand?
I'll be in the front calling out direction.
All right.
That's a 26.
26. All right. No problem really with the navigation and moving of this. As the obstacles are approaching quick, roll another d20. This is just a flat d20 because you don't have any proficiency with water vehicles.
Sure. That's a natural one.
Natural one. Unfortunately, it starts to go off course towards one of these
As
logs
soon as it
here.
started to go off course, I would start to correct.
Do your best to. It's probably just athletics of your octopus, because it's a lot to try to steer, but you can give it a shot. I don't know.
Well, I
what's a
wouldn't be
better
steering.
Roll.
What
You're
I would
kind of
be
like
doing
deflecting
is
the water and with
it
your
would be more
arms,
like there's a rock away from the rock. There's a tree away from like. it would-
trying to like also guide as it comes towards it and
Yeah.
almost like try to push it out of the way in a way.
Yeah, especially if they're with the. I know they're in the back steering. I'm not trying to overpower that. I'm just keeping us from.
What
hitting
would be your
stuff.
best stat
Probably
roll?
still athletics. I would.
Okay,
I
go
would
for it.
think. It's not bad. Where's my D4? Wait, this wouldn't apply to this because it's a
No,
skill
if,
check.
if it's just a check, no.
17.
17?
Yeah, 17.
With a great grace, you manage to navigate just ever so that you avoid. Oh, yes, sweet. And you guys are approaching further and further, and it is speeding up and speeding up. The current seems to be rather swift.
I was going to say as well that I would be doing what I could to keep our speed down on purpose, like
Yeah.
create water resistance so that we're moving slower.
That was great. Everybody make another perception check as we are moving further down this, and see if anybody can catch anything.
21.
13.
13.
6.
6.
18.
18.
11.
11. 12. The spray of water off the sides of the boat, you looking down underneath, the channel of water is ever shallowing. And that's what's kind of causing the speed increase. What was a deeper channel of water is getting ever narrower and shallower, and it's speeding up that current as it comes through here. That's what you notice from your perception point at the front of the ship. For you guys up above, clear from the effects of the water and not really being able to see into the water really with all of the flow of the rapids, you are looking to the sides. You don't see any people, any occupants, anybody ready to attack or something along these lines. You're on guard for whatever happens. In looking along, you see several obstacles in here, including what would be a large rock that would have otherwise possibly been missed by the current of everything. You guys give this call out, and for this you have an advantage on your roll to steer this. So instead of a flat d20, it's 2 20s flat. So
Boy, oh boy. 18.
18. With little to no issue, you start navigating further and further.
The rock's moving with us.
It's alive.
Goodbye, Mr. Rock.
It jumps at you as you guys are cresting around one of the bends here and moving ever so further. What's any ideas or game plans from you guys as this seems to be getting swifter and there are more obstacles and other things about? Is there any course of action that anybody wants to do outside of the obvious?
How shallow, like, if I'm a large creature with 15-foot length, if I'm at the bottom of the boat, I think reasonably 25 feet below I could reach, but I could fit into 10. I mean, how deep is it?
It's probably getting closer to that, like 20 to getting closer to 15 feet deep, where it may have been 30 or 40 before. And you could probably start to try to grab the bottom and try to slow things.
Start trying to like dig into not items but dirt and just create drag with 4 or 5 of my tentacles.
Roll athletics with advantage.
Can we see what's coming up?
So far, nobody's been able to see anything that's coming up.
I'm wondering if we can get onto the cliffs.
Yeah, I was gonna.
It's like sheer cliff
Try
faces.
Ish. I mean, this is a good depiction of
Yeah.
what you're looking at. There are some spans that it's like more sheer, but there are also places that are lower and have rocks. But also the issue is getting close with the boat while moving past it at some speed as to not break it, collapse it, get back thrust into the water, and have the strong current be taking you or taking you under.
14.
14. You're definitely creating some drag. It may not be as effective as you want it to be, but you're working on it. And you may find that you're getting more purchase as time goes on.
I have the javelin, so I could throw it into the cliffside maybe, and see if we can get any kind of catch.
I was going to.
Get a grappling hook.
I don't. I was going to suggest you maybe misty stepping to the top of one of the cliffs and have someone either throw or shoot something at me so that with a rope attached, so that I could try to slow
Yeah,
the
we
boat
could
down.
coordinate that if you want to try to, but then you could be left behind, and that could be bad too. If it doesn't work.
Right.
But then again, I have advantage on athletics and bardic inspiration, so
It's
you had-
really
you had
rough.
You had bark inspiration too, so
we can try it. Because who knows when the end of this is going to be, but
Right.
It's gonna end in a waterfall. I've seen too many TV shows.
yeah.
With that, everybody make a perception check.
That's a 2.
That's so much better.
Oh, there we go.
24.
21.
21.
25.
25.
20 total.
20 total.
13.
You guys roll super well except for Opera. 2. Oberon and
Well,
Ronnie,
6.
you both suck. No, I'm just kidding. I need you to roll to navigate to my crash.
Okay.
With advantage because they're calling out obstacles, so you can roll with advantage.
Cool thing. It's a natural 16, so 16.
You're doing a great job navigating. In fact, you guys start to see there's a massive tree across the river up ahead.
There we go.
It is 15 feet above. It looks a little higher than comfort, but there's some hope in it. What do? Time is 2.
Can I tie one end of the rope to the edge of the boat, to the end of the boat, and then the other end have it on the javelin, and then like wait, and then I can throw it over the branch, and then we can catch it on the other side, and it'll be a loop.
Mm-hmm.
As he's doing this, and I can't talk, I'm just gonna reach behind me, pick him up, and then set him back down to remind him that I can just pick him up as well.
That's true.
You're like,
You're gonna get
Yeah.
your arm ripped off trying to hold us onto a log.
We'll see.
Not to toss me.
Exactly.
We can try. I'm down.
as you guys are trying to communicate the possible plans, you're like, all right, I have a javelin, I have rope. How much other rope is provided? How many people have rope on them? Should be a lot of people.
50-foot rope.
Yeah. Most
don't.
people start with that.
Yeah.
This isn't Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
We have rope.
Yeah. You're like, we're prepared. We're adventurers. We knew this would come. This is the time.
I've never used this rope before, but today we'll use the rope.
You braid it all together. You make it extra strong.
It's like health insurance. I've been carrying this around for 15 years, and I finally get to use it today.
My rope got taken and we got captured.
So your plan is to try and possibly toss a rope to this.
Yeah.
You said 15 feet. I think I could literally just set him on top of the wood,
Maybe.
but I can't communicate
From giant octopus,
Hey, you don't have to communicate. You just pick me up.
your strength picking up. You're not like a kraken level. Ah! You could pick him up.
With
I
2
don't
tentacles?
know.
Could I try to jump with it?
There's some difficulty. It's possible. It's not
If
just.
we're trying to get someone on the log, I can Misty Step, because that's 30 feet. And I can just place myself with a magical portal on top of the log.
Yeah, okay.
As it is approaching ever so closer, everybody make another perception check. Everybody who rolled higher than a 20 roll with advantage. On the previous one. Dang.
Like overall.
Yeah. 30, 20.
Okay.
10.
10.
18.
18.
13.
19.
19.
Gross. So that is 12.
12. Alright.
No, sorry, 13.
13. Alright. So you ever approaching. Getting closer and closer to this. At this point now, you guys are about 20 feet away from this massive log here. Any action at this point, 20 feet away.
Misty step, right?
If it's 15 feet up, I can't get on top of it from 20 feet away.
Yeah.
I just double
It's gonna
lightning
be
breath it, see what
quick
happens.
Then I'll go ahead and do a thing. Can I do a thing? I'm gonna tie one end of the rope to a hook on the boat, tie the other end to the crowbar that I have, and try to hook it around the log.
Alright, so
Yep.
being 20 feet here, you gotta chuck this, crowbar some 30 something feet. Get it up above, it's got a little weight from the rope. Say DC on this is 16.
16 strength.
Yep.
Or athletics.
Yep.
Can I cast guidance on him?
Sure.
That is.
He says a quick prayer for you. You can add a D4.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because guidance is going to help more than bless is right now. They're both concentration, so I lose bless.
Hey, no more bless.
16, 21.
21. No problem. Easy peasy. It just is hanging over the other side and suspended up above as you're approaching.
Pull it so it hooks on something?
As you go to pull it, there's a chance it comes right off the log. You want to pull it hard? You want how confident you
Or
pull?
yank it, because if it's
You
not
gotta
on there, it
get a
doesn't
good-
matter.
good on there. All right. So as you go to pull it and hope it gets a good facet on here, roll a d6.
D6. 6.
Success. You forget a good crick in one of the arms of across this thing, and it holds fast and strong. You have a strong rope connection to this, and it is tied to the boat, right? So you've got a little bit of, slack here, and you got one tied here, and you're all right.
We got one connection at least.
I'll do the same thing because I saw that do that. So
All right. So, and in the time it takes to do that one and catch, you're now just a little bit closer. Go ahead and throw.
18.
18. No problem. Gets over top. Pretty similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pull it and try to
Yeah.
tighten it up? Roll a d6.
2.
We're how close to the log at this point?
Probably right close to that 30-foot range from you to the top of the log.
Cool. Misty Step then.
Has anyone said anything that changed to me that changed the plan, or do I still think I'm throwing someone?
You can throw me if you want.
Because at this point, I don't think anyone's communicating. Yeah,
Can
as
you
we get
even
closer-
hear us?
I can
hear
hear
us,
you,
yeah.
but I'm in front of the boat, so I'm sure I'm hearing some and missing some, and
Yeah.
also can't
I
speak
would have
English.
said something out. We would have had to have had a discussion out loud about me Misty Stepping, just to be sure that someone gets up there. Whether that changes what you want to do or not, that information.
If
would
you guys
be
said
in
it
the
out
open.
loud, then I just want to
Like-
make sure something was said.
Which way are you facing when you land on the log?
I would try to face myself back towards the boat.
You know, we've been really putting our hopes on this log being secure.
So, the log is rather beefy. There's a lot of bets on that. You feel good about it.
Okay.
The you're considering still trying to get someone up there.
They said that they would have said it loud enough where I could hear that wasn't the plan. So
Okay.
I'll just continue to slow the boat down as much as possible.
Make another athletics check here. This hopefully could help a lot.
13.
Everybody make another perception check.
Wow.
This dice has not rolled above a 10 at
Natural
all.
20.
Nice.
Finally, someone high. What's your total roll?
26.
Yeah, that's enough. All right, you passed all of the chaos, past the rapids. You see the most typical trope. Further up ahead
Yep.
is a waterfall.
Yep.
So I'm gonna yell,
Knew that was coming.
"It's a waterfall!
Too many movies.
Flowing water!"
There are also a good sized rocks and other things that could be potentially caught or crashed into before spinning over, however far this goes. The boat is progressing and is now almost directly under. You try to get somebody up on top of the log.
Yeah, I'll just reach back and whoever.
Athletics jump with advantage. And as you are throwing as well,
Yeah.
just make an athletics check to see how much of a help you are with this and reach.
11.
11.
Athletics check.
Yeah.
27.
27. His arm is only so helpful. You give a great launch to start with. He's helping guide you. The trajectory is
Can I
slightly
try to
off.
Grab his hand as he's coming up.
You go and try to save him. Make a, I guess, dexterity saving here or athletics.
Might be time
Maybe
to
a strength.
inspiration.
I would say a strength saving throw or a dexterity saving throw as you're
Okay.
trying to like grab him.
Might be time for that inspiration, my friend.
I used that already on a perception check earlier.
Aha.
So that's a 10 total.
All right, you're reaching out. It's not going to be enough. One save here, dexterity saving throw. Other you get launched into the water.
Alrighty. That's not good. But I have my bardic inspiration, so we'll see if I need it. That's a natural 20.
Let's,
With that, the hand is exactly what you needed. As you catch just below the log and just pull him up. You two are on a confident footing and land on this. You're looking down at the boat and the speed at which it's going, and the call out of "There's a waterfall!" What is everyone's next move?
Climbing the rope up to
Yeah.
them.
I was going to
We're
try
gonna
and
start climbing.
grab.
Who has a
If
rope?
there's only one rope, I was going to try and grab it and start pulling any slack to
Okay.
have as much.
I mean, at this point, we're probably like
Wait, how-
hanging off the backside.
how
right?
high
Not
up-
quite yet. Not
how
quite yet.
high
Y'all
up
are
are
about to
they?
go in under.
15.
15 feet high up?
Yeah.
So could he hand them something?
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Boot?
a lot easier to hand something
Boot?
than a person.
I put a movable rod in your hand. Because I have that.
All right.
Give it to them. They have the rope.
It goes up. I make sure not to grab the log, though. I just want to.
Okay. So you reach this up and this handoff. Who's trying to grab it from him?
If I'm pulling rope, I'm
Yeah,
probably
trying to grab
try
it,
and
sure.
All right. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check here.
It's like the best thing to put just.
We should have just put
Yes.
that on the back of the boat and clicked it.
Yeah.
I completely forgot I had it
yeah,
until
I forgot
now.
You had it too.
It's only an 8.
All right. As you're going to hand this up, seemingly as a clutch move here, there's a lot of moving parts. This is not that easy. And your arm has been wet and it's slippery, and you go to reach out for it. And we're gonna go to break real quick. We're gonna take a 10-15 minute break. We'll come back as you guys are headed towards a waterfall. Yippee! right,
I have a very
And-
important question.
we're back. What is your question?
Can I tell that this is an immovable rod in my tentacle?
I think he would have said it.
Oh yeah.
Well, as soon as he doesn't get it, I'll just click it.
Right, but it's the handoff. Like, the time that you're like, he's got it, you've got it, who's got it? There's the slippage chance.
But if he doesn't, I'm saying I'll just click it with a tentacle.
Alright, so,
You have 8 arms, you should catch it with the other one.
yeah, there's easy ways out around this. No problem. With the 8, though.
Oh, yeah.
Back
Back
to that.
what I rolled. I didn't.
As you go to grab it, you almost lose your balance from reaching over the side. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
Another one. Natural 20.
And a quick recovery, you actually lose your footing, but it helps. You get closer and you catch it, but you're just so. Blaine's got the back of you.
Yeah, I grab him with my trunk.
and a successful motion here. You have the movable rod. You guys are still moving. Quick actions. What are you guys?
I was climbing up the rope.
You're climbing.
I wanted to try to throw my rope to one of them.
Okay.
So, like, have another
All right.
rope.
Make a athletics check as you're trying to climb this rope as it's being moved and pulled and tugged in every direction.
That's really good. 17 plus 3, so 20.
Yeah, with your time at sea. This is my lifeline. You climb away.
Having
Having
get up there so fast because I'm pulling and
yeah,
climbing.
just between all of these movements, Ronnie is now up there on the log.
On the log, boys.
And for yourself, Aaron, you're just tossing a rope, or is it attached to? Or
I'm holding on to one part,
okay,
so then trying to throw the other in.
okay.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check.
Specific on that. 12.
Go. Is there anybody designated for this rope? You're just tossing. You guys are a little occupied. You're a little occupied.
You're not occupied though.
I'm
probably
yeah.
currently like hanging off the
As
log.
the
Yeah.
as when he caught it and is trying to get back
Yeah.
up. It's all kind of happening. And
He's got to move. Look, guys, pull us!
Is it far enough where it like moves over?
Unfortunately, not. It just goes just shy of it and
Not with
drops.
12.
Yeah, not with the 12. As it just drops into the water, it's now rope into the water.
Yeah.
Well, the boat is still tied to the log.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
I'll just put the movable rod in the rope that's tied to the log.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Cool.
Yeah. Have I regained my footing at this point?
Yeah, you're okay. But we're moving into the next one here, as this is now tracing under the log, and it's starting, because of how much slack has been pulled, it's starting to turn. And because where it was connected. The further the boat turns in its course of swinging around, it's a chance it may hit the rocks on the side, or it may get too much of a rapid and tip under and capsize. I'm not 100% sure, but this movement, and you're like, wait. You're a little nervous.
Mhm.
And you are too.
I was sure.
But we have the next round. What's everybody's first course of action?
If the boat's naturally swinging that way, I would go ahead and try to grab something and pull us to the shore
All right.
on
so
that.
With that effort, roll a 1d100.
Roll that beat.
75.
Cool. You beat my roll. So with that, and I rolled a 73.
Wow.
You manage to catch out onto obstacles on the other side that aren't loose and being pulled away as well. You grab and you pull, and you're helping shift this in the direction, keeping it from crashing into the opposite side. You guys are in the boat. You have the first courses of action as your lives are probably the most at risk.
Can I try to climb the rope that's still attached to the boat? Attached
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Okay.
Athletics.
Athletics.
15.
15. You're making progress. It's a little shaky. It's being pulled by that side. The boat is moving it in another side. You're stretching now out across the water. You're just on the rope.
Mhm.
Got your legs, got your arms. You're working on it. It's a little terrifying. There you go.
Well, she's kind of climbing up the only rope at the moment.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait for him to drop the movable rod in place.
Okay.
How about the immovable rod in place?
What do you wear and what orientation? Connected to
So-
anything?
So they're like right underneath us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I like click it like above and then if somebody else has a rope, just tie it to the movable rod and then drop the rope down?
Okay. So
I'm
you
actively pulling slack on the rope that we have right now.
Nobody else has rope? Do you have a rope?
Mine's
You
the one
used the rope.
that's
What happened to
connected
my
the
rope?
boat.
Because I had tied one into the boat and then used the javelin.
It
I don't
didn't-
think you ever
you
actually
probably
did.
left it behind because it was tied to the boat.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I have rope when I'm busy.
Can I? You haven't done anything yet, have you?
Rope.
Can I say, throw me the rope? Javelin?
Sure!
Pick up that javelin.
I'm assuming.
Stabbed with a javelin.
Pick up the javelin that's attached to the rope. You chuck it at him.
Yeah!
Roll the hit.
Wait, there's a thing for this. Ball is life.
That's really low. Not proficient with javelins.
Okay.
So that is just a flat roll. That's a 9.
9. The extra weight from it, it goes up and back down.
At least nobody got stabbed.
Yeah. Unfortunate. It's not the best throw. You can reel it back in and try again.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
One try again, a little higher this time.
Gotta remember to say yeet.
Yeet.
Really engage your core.
Not 20.
I'm on the second try. We'll get to that second try in time. But you're moving up the rope. This is shifting around. You're pulling any slack you can, trying to keep this from going down this way. And so all of these efforts and motions, part of the ship starts to list. And the water is getting into the backside of the boat as it comes around, and it's starting to kind of tug it under. It just keeps from going. Boat has a good amount of water in it, but it doesn't list enough to like tip or capsize or try to put the back under or anything like that.
Like caught in the mouth.
The swift nature of the water in this section is ever more terrifying, especially with knowing that it's literally just 10, 20, 30 feet more to get off the edge, and you're not sure how far that goes. And you always thought, going down the river, the obvious thing about a waterfall, it would be like, oh, it's loud when you're not in these rapids. Here, it's like, that doesn't exist from what all you're hearing and the movement of it all. Because you're not at the bottom of a waterfall with the water crashing, you're up above it. And so there's the sense of this danger without the full realization of just how impactful it is. But as we get back to you, you've reeled it back in and where were you aiming?
I was aiming into the log.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
He's like,
it was
yes! Right into the log beside you.
Yeah. Hey, you fall down.
And so, firmly planted into the log with no issue. Rope's there.
I got you!
So, you're pulling in slack for the rope.
Yeah.
You're pulling in as much as you can. At this point, yours is not too much slack left. Y'all's
Sick.
got quite a bit, to move
As soon
through.
as I have no slack, I want to start wrapping it around the immovable rod.
All right, so
I am doing that as well. Yeah.
you have it oriented like this. You have it
Oh, yeah,
oriented
yeah.
like this. Like this.
Yeah, probably sideways.
All right. And you're like, rap. Okay. All right. With that, Aaron, so the rope now is going taut. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw or a strength saving throw. As it finally now is not this loose kind of, sort of, it just now is immediately taut. and that change of posture and that.
8.
8. Your feet get shook loose, and you're now just hanging by your hands up here, and you're like, "Oh no, is this how I go?" With that, I'll put you in place here. Let me just. Yep. You're not sure if you have the strength to pull yourself up and regain your control in this room. What is your thoughts? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna scream out for Boo.
We're not in turnover right now?
No.
So I look, the only way I can help is if I let go of what I'm holding on to. So I'll let go of what I'm holding on to and throw up a tentacle and give her like a foot tap, like a boop.
Doing your best. Make enough that it should help.
15.
15. So you actually find that as the one doesn't quite do it, as you then loop a second and a third and are on the rope and pushing and getting you back acquainted with it, you're like almost caught by like the safety net and just like, okay, I got it back again. We move to yourself. Really, that's the next move.
Are they just pulling this thing taut?
Mm-hmm. And now the boat is being dragged in the water, and you're not sure how much you trust the ropes that you're being hung on and how much this boat is playing and being pulled. You can feel the force of this, and movable rod has a great ring to it, and movable. You don't know how much force is on it and how much it would take to move it.
That's just false advertising.
So I'm the only person in this boat, right?
Yeah.
Go down with the ship.
Part of the ship,
No.
part of the crew.
Oh, which side did you tie the rope onto? Did you do it in the front?
Me?
Yeah.
I threw it over from the side they were coming
You were
from.
in the front of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
then-
I tied mine on the back end.
All right.
So
So slowly, as you reel this in, this is going to keep going this way,
yeah,
probably.
probably. Cool. Because I think that the goal is to try to get it like that eventually. So.
Okay.
I was trying to save it, like, so that we don't,
Oh yeah.
because we're thinking survival trial, we might need the boat. So I was trying to not let it go down the
Right.
waterfall.
We can hoist it up the cliff
Mm-hmm.
like a Viking.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna continue to reel it in and get it taut for you to climb.
Yeah, I'll just wait till it's taut because I can't do much else. I'm not
ready
gonna.
to climb?
Huh?
You ready to climb?
The one at the front of the boat is already taut.
Oh,
'cause I
lit.
had been pulling it.
And
It's now
by
or
the time
never.
it rolls around to him,
It's gonna be my full
Yeah,
action.
you're
It's
not-
gonna be my action
purchase and
to
pull,
climb it.
you're good. You
Okay.
get up, and
Okay.
you are now safe.
You did so good in
Yeah,
the
but-
decisive one. Just do it.
No, is my action gonna be to climb it? Okay.
Go.
That is a. This is athletics. 17.
Nice. Through all of y'all's efforts combined, you guys have secured your lifeline and used it to rescue every compatriot except for your octopus, who feels very comfortable with where he's at. Do you eventually pull yourself up onto the log?
I would try to make sure that, like, my main thing would be to get the boat out of the current, even up onto the rocks.
Okay.
And since it would be almost weightless now comparatively, I would assume that would be fairly easy. And then, yeah, I'll just climb up onto the rock face.
Okay. As you all are now firmly out of the water, and out of the risk of the rushing current, you feel yourself being thrust back to the room where you guys were from.
I want to see if I get through doing literally nothing.
What did the colors have to do with anything?
The boat's here too.
Don't know.
Falls through the roof.
Let's bring him back. Where did I put him? Put him back over here.
So I just get thrust from being an octopus back into my cat form.
Correct.
I just fall because all 4 of my limbs are doing something different. I have no idea what's going on.
You guys are all back around the table. Your hand's still on the ball, the playing ball's there, and he goes, "All right, you guys ready to play?"
Yeah, can I keep this day after?
All right. Sure.
Oh, alright.
Right. It's fine with me.
How do I play this?
I was gonna
limbs,
say,
not
does
eight.
he
4
say,
limbs, not
are
eight.
y'all
Okay,
ready to
ready.
play like he just explained the rules?
Yeah.
Cool. Love that.
It's an analogy. I'm ready.
How do you play?
He kind of gauges everybody's reactions, everything. Does anybody show any discomfort from the small bit of brief trial of water that you guys just went through?
Boot
You're not
would,
dripping in any way. You don't feel like you're
Confusion and
Yeah.
hurt.
Boot would definitely have a moment of feeling out of place because he just went from one physical form to another, like without his normal process of coming
Yeah,
out.
boots
of
on the
wild
ground
shape.
doing like this.
Yeah, like he thinks he has 8 limbs and then suddenly he's a cat again.
And it seems like he was just trying to see how much, whether you guys play along, as if nothing happened, or what happened. And he turns and goes, "Well, it seems like you guys aced that pretty well."
That sucked.
Uh,
That sucked on ice.
most people usually end up having one person left behind or more. Sometimes it ends up with someone just saving themselves because they have the ability to do so. You all work together. That was pretty good. There might be a hope for you yet. Awesome.
Were you stalking us?
Huh? Well, this is the Octopool, and it actually transforms into like a little pool of water type arena, and I saw little mini versions of you on there, and it was pretty sweet. Y'all want to do it again?
No.
Sure.
The feeling of drowning or being crushed in the rocks, it feels very real. Ask me how I feel.
How do you know?
Because I've done it.
That's what I thought he was gonna say.
Wow. Shocker. So, with this, we have our last trial. So far, from the first trial of decisiveness, a lot has been gathered in the form of your backgrounds, choices, fears, anxieties, vices, aspirations, and your ability to think outside the box. A lot has been gathered already about your strengths and weaknesses, and you will be each gifted something in relation to all of your answers. Your trial of survival shows that you aren't ready to abandon anybody, and proves that you at least have some camaraderie and honor amongst you. Now we go on to our third, the most revealing, trial of honesty. Who would like to go first?
If I say I do, but I actually don't, do I fail the trial?
Yes.
I went last time, so I guess I'll go first this time.
Wonderful.
The truth is, I enjoy playing fussy with Adrian.
So, it says, follow me through here.
Okay.
As soon as I feel like they're not in earshot anymore, I'm gonna turn to Algron. Remember the part where you said that you sucked ice and you were being very honest? Do that.
He only lets one person come into this room, and there is a inscribed rune circle on the ground here. And he goes to sit at the piano, and he says, are you aware of how to willfully fail a resisting a spell?
Usually isn't recommended, but I would assume so.
That's what I'm asking you to do.
Okay.
Okay.
With this, normally you would make a charisma saving throw, but you can choose to fail. And do you do that? Or do you go ahead and make the save?
I wouldn't make it anyway. Yeah, I fail.
You cannot speak a deliberate lie while in this radius. You, however, can avoid answering questions if you choose to do so. And you can be evasive with your answers if you like, but whatever you speak will be the truth. Do you believe yourself a hero?
Ooh. Yeah.
What is the worst thing you've done?
Part of my everyday job is to hunt monsters and save people and keep things in check. And the worst thing that I've done is enjoy it.
Given the choice to redo something from your past, what would you change?
I would have made more of an effort to find out who my parents are.
What stops you from doing that now?
I would like to say indifference, but it's more fear and of what I might find.
Given the power to wipe out things that you dislike, monsters, evils, other things like that, do you have a fear of losing yourself in the decisions you make?
No.
Of everyone in the room behind you, who would you sacrifice first?
Probably Ronnie. I don't know the guy.
Do you swear to do your best to serve as a hero within Chino Heroes?
Yeah.
I would like to welcome you to being a part of Chino. Do you accept this dangerous mission?
I do.
Wonderful. You may return. Cool. You step back into the room. He does not follow you. The doors close behind you into what is received with everybody else. You can have any discourse you want, and before you leave, he says, "In time, tell the next person to come in."
I was told to send in the ugliest person, so...
Right, time to go. I'll look myself clean in a week. My hair is a mess.
Alright, so Boot goes for They'll swap the tokens. As you come in, he asks, do you know how to willfully go along with failing a save?
Yes.
Alright.
But why would I do that?
To go along with the zone of truth.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
No insight required.
Do you roll to resist with charisma?
No.
You willfully do so. Like I said when explained to him, I won't explain it every time, but you can be evasive with your answers or fail to answer a question through your choices. But what you speak is the truth. So if you're going to say it, it has to be the truth. All right. As he comes in, is, do you hate yourself?
And as the spell kind of takes effect, he'll notice like a physical difference in Boot, almost like the walls are coming down, like the cheeky smile goes away, he's more serious, you know, the accent becomes less put on. And you see the question was, does he hate himself? No.
Do you believe that you can help others?
Of course.
Do you want to?
Sometimes.
Given the chance to save only one person in the room behind you, who do you save?
Oh, bookkeeper.
Would that person keep you from fulfilling your duties to save others?
No. Unless it was stupid. Then you might.
So given the choice to save bookkeeper or a random civilian, you pick the civilian?
I think bookkeeper would want me to save the civilian.
Quick in your answers. It's good.
I'm an open book.
What do you fear the most?
Being alone.
Do you have anything in your past that would prevent you from doing, how do I phrase this? Do you have something incriminating enough to blackmail you into doing wrong?
I think in order to that to work, I would have to care about the information getting out. Yes? Then no.
Good. Will you do your best to put your life on the line to be a hero for Chinos? For the Chino group?
As long as there's trust in the leadership. Sometimes you may be somewhere and think, I don't understand how this helps us. But if you trust the leadership, can do so with clear head, clear heart.
Do you often doubt the leadership's decisions?
No, that's why I hang out with bookkeeper.
Would you follow leadership's instructions to take out bookkeeper?
This is hard because this bookkeeper or future bookkeeper, they are different people. This bookkeeper, no, but maybe future bookkeeper, maybe yes. Depends.
Do you want to be a part of Chino?
Oh, yes. Even though you have no hats.
Wonderful. You've done a great job.
You
Passed
do.
the trials, and I would like to accept you into being part of Chino.
Great. I'm excited to be here.
You are welcome to leave the circle and inform the next person to.
Would I
when they're
know
ready.
if he cast Zone of Truth, if he was the caster and he was in the circle, would he have had to make a saving throw as well or not as the caster?
So he is not in the circle, and it is a ritual, and he's not the one casting it.
Okay, never mind.
So,
I'll leave.
all right. So as you leave the circle, your composure shifts, and you head back into the other room.
Mini Aberon Chutter.
Fair enough.
Didn't want to call him ugly. Oh.
Oh, good lord.
You will willfully fail, or you make the save to try to resist.
Oh, fail.
You fail? Do you want to be a part of the heroes of Chino?
I would love to.
So we should break it. I know. What? What do you fear the most?
A dragon named Shellcross.
Alright.
Well,
How are you related to this Shellcross?
she owns my soul.
How did her soul, how did your soul become her possession?
I made a deal with a lich, Shellcross, to try to save my people.
From what?
Her.
What does she get in return other than the soul?
I had nothing else to offer. She took the deal, but she didn't honor it.
So then, there's an unjust claim to your soul. Because you still have it.
For now.
You feel the room shaking slightly around you. Yes. This is beyond my understanding and your predicaments with this. Do you believe this would keep you from serving as a hero and saving people?
For now, no. My whole goal for leaving is to eventually try to get what's mine back.
Does she control you?
No.
Given the power right now to change things, how would you do it?
My current power. My current power to change it.
Yeah.
This is my best bet.
So you're trying to grow in power to stamp out the Shallcrass dragon character. Your quest for power. What do you do afterwards?
Well, if I get here everything, I'll keep doing this. But if not, I'll probably settle down.
What's retirement look like for you?
Opera house, bit of music.
Nothing when the 401k is coming out.
Maybe life turns fraud.
If everyone in the room behind you, if you could sacrifice all of them to get the power you need, would you do it?
No.
It speaks highly. How long have you known them?
Bookkeeper and boot. A week and a half. The other one's a few days, but I've been through hell with them.
And you wouldn't sacrifice them to have the power to right the wrongs of your past.
It's not their place to suffer for me.
Honorable. You promise to serve Chino to the best of your ability.
Yes, sir.
Welcome in. You are hereby now inducted as a hero, Chino. On probation, of course. You may join the others and call in the names when you're ready.
All right. Bookkeeper, get in there.
Fantastic.
You're gonna do great.
You're doing great, sweetie. Log in.
This is when Boot starts to sweat.
Seeing him sitting at the piano, I'll go, "You going to sing me a song?"
Huh?
I doubt it.
He explains the zone of truth here, and asks if you will willfully fail to save.
I will.
Do you want to be a hero?
Yes.
Are you willing to do what is necessary, no matter the cost, to save people?
That depends on whose definition of necessary.
What in your life prevents you from doing what's right?
Nothing.
Given the choice, to have Boot destroyed in order to save the other members in the room, would you make that choice? 1 soul for 4?
I don't think I would.
What's your best kept secret?
That I am double-crossing the Shadowhand Consortium.
He kind of like takes a double step back here. He's like, looks at his set list of questions. He goes,
How does that make you feel?
he goes, you're double crossing them. I'm not going to incriminate myself into some line of questioning that puts me in crosshairs. In your efforts to double cross the Shadow Hand, will that affect you from saving the people that you're sworn to protect through Chino?
I don't see why it would.
Do you serve any one person?
Not in a life debt or slavery, I guess would be a good term, sort of way, no?
So you're of your own will.
Yes,
You believe in your cause.
yes.
You want to be a part of Chino.
Yes.
And he looks down at a question, and you can see he ponders asking it. And you see his eyes shift further below. Make an insight check.
So trash. That's 8.
8. It's hard to tell exactly what he means to do and what he's doing and what the nature of it is, but there's some conflict that he's working through. His last thing's what is the end-all be-all, the end goal for Relaine Bookkeeper?
To learn as much as I can about the world, about what makes it function, what makes people do what they do. Just always wanted to know the truth.
Wonderful. I don't believe I have any further questions for you. I would like to welcome you to being part of Chino and serving along the heroes of everyone else.
Thank you.
You may grab the next person. Make sure you pick the ugliest person.
I will leave.
I'm just kidding.
And walk over and grab Ronnie's arm.
Right. Oh, no.
Ronnie goes in.
He told me to grab the next one.
You willfully fail, or do you want to try to resist it?
I kind of want to try to resist it.
You can.
Yeah, we'll just go for it. We're here for a reason. Might as well just get it done.
So you willfully fail.
Yeah.
That's my good dice! I rolled so well for that last campaign.
What's the largest thing you've killed?
What's the largest thing I've killed?
Exactly.
Yeah, what were the things in the Coliseum with the...
We fought a giant octopus, and I think that was the biggest thing we fought.
The
We didn't
Tritons.
kill
We didn't kill it.
No.
I think the Tritons were the biggest things that we killed in that.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay. Have you killed a lot of things?
Not very many.
Have you ever killed someone that's innocent?
No.
Do you like to steal?
I do.
It's the most valuable thing you've stolen.
I haven't been around a whole lot of really expensive things in my life.
What's your reason for joining Chino?
I enjoy new adventures and meeting more people and gaining experiences.
Not the wealth?
The wealth is fun.
Given the choice to work for Chino without a salary and just serve as a hero, would you do it?
Could I do other things to make money?
Yes.
Sure.
And echoing that honesty throughout and his line of questioning, there's some part of this that you feel like he's inciting specific traits geared towards you and maybe doubts or questions they might have had through their observance of everything else. Out of everyone in the room behind you, if you had to kill one, who would it be?
I would prefer not to kill any of them.
If you had to.
I had to? The fire guy, I don't know. I just met him like yesterday. If I had to kill somebody.
Do you feel like a tight-knit relationship would prevent you from saving someone who was innocent?
At this point, I don't feel like I have any tight-knit relationships. I think maybe we're getting to a point, but...
Do you promise to do your best to serve as a hero within Chino?
Yeah.
And he goes down a little bit more and goes, I'd like to go ahead and welcome you as a hero, Chino.
Cool.
And grab the next person, the last person.
By
See, I don't
default,
know
the
your
least
character's
ugliest.
Aaron.
Aaron. Come on, grab Aaron. You're up, Chid.
All right, so you step into this zone of truth. Do you willfully fail.
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, out of all the bunch back there, you are seemingly the youngest. Despite maybe Boot, this is age is hard to tell. Why do you want to throw your life away?
What a fire!
Could have gone to college.
I don't see this as throwing my life away. This was the open door for me to get out into the world. So I took it.
And in all of this, what do you hope to gain?
Honestly, as many passports as possible. I just want to see the world, meet new people. That's really my end goal.
Are you against going into the void?
No.
Of all the districts, which one do you hate the most?
Say Lycans.
It's hard to say because I haven't been to all of them. I have some hard feelings towards some people in the Mystic District, but I wouldn't blame the entire district for that.
All right. If you were to be the best at one profession, what would it be?
Can you count healing? Apothecary?
Sure.
Probably that. That's what I enjoy the most.
If you could heal all of the disease within Zenith, and you just had to get rid of the 5 souls in the room behind you, would you do it?
For like forever? Like all disease gone forever?
Yeah.
Probably.
But you have to play with us for the rest of this campaign.
Ever though.
It's okay, I forgive you.
I would kill myself.
Damn that walk.
All right. You see, you write something down. And then, if you were to sacrifice an arm or a leg, which would it be?
Probably an arm. I gotta walk.
Lot to see.
I get a wheelchair.
This is just not enough mobility.
I don't
It's not accessible.
Exactly.
Do you agree to serve as a hero of Chino to the best of your ability?
I do.
He looks over something. Make an insight check.
That is 25.
25.
It's a big one.
You see that he has a few notes on everything, and kind of you get a glance at some of the order of what he's guessing through, and he is largely skipping over a good swath of potential questions, and kind of jumps down to the very bottom of this list. As you get just enough of a glance on some of the other questions, they're enough to make you nervous of potential. You're like, all right, this, you're gauging as much as what you can. But it gets to the very last question here and says, in the quest for adventure and for power, what separates you from somebody else?
I don't think I actually want power. I feel no need for power in the sense of like wanting to do great things for myself. the only thing I really want is to be able to bring different types of people together.
He shortens the question. What makes you different?
From the group in the other room or in general?
Different from other heroes, different from other beings.
Mm.
What makes you different?
On the one hand, I don't necessarily enjoy violence. That's not my first reaction to things. If it has to happen, it has to happen. But on the other hand, I think I see a different picture of Zenith, of what it could be compared to what it is right now. A lot of people are very comfortable with being able to stay in their own district and stay away from other people. And I don't think that's the way that the future's going towards. And I don't think it should stay the way it is.
Do you agree to serve as a hero of Chino to the best of your ability?
I do.
I'd like to welcome you to being a hero of Chino.
Thank you.
Great job. You may leave. As he follows you back into the other room. I goes, now, with this quick succession of y'all's trials and completions, we are now going to be equipping y'all's gauntlets. Everybody, follow me. And starts to lead you guys further back to this conference room.
I'm not ready to go, Mr. Stark.
As
D20, that one be dusted.
click over to this guy.
Thank you. I was just gonna let it sit over there.
I feel bad.
I guess alright now. He brings you guys all back into the room, and there's this kind of like more official stance that he's kind of taking with everything, and then he says, "This is your last opportunity to avoid being completely dismembered by possibility, and you've passed all of our short checks to prevent you from joining." And we think you have the right stuff. However, many of people putting on a gauntlet for the first time have adverse reactions. And your journey could end right here, right now. They estimate a 5% chance that you are completely wiped off the page here. As long as you have your affairs and orders and you're ready to do this, you may pick up the gauntlet in front of you and place it on your left or right hand as you choose.
Ready?
High.
Set, go! It's on.
On. Go ahead and roll 1d100.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
We could be real characters tonight, people.
23.
As the spit of questioning and uncertainty and pain from it being put on flows through you. Whew. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
We're golden. And he goes, we'll give you a little handbook on how to operate it. Or you can just swing it.
It will work. We'll figure it out. This is impressive.
If you want
Alright.
to.
30.
You're good.
All right, here we go.
5% suddenly sounds really high.
7. Wait, is that a 7 or 1?
That's 77.
Okay, we're good. I thought it was 17 at first. I was like, oh no.
21?
Okay.
Oh, 82.
Yeah, solid.
Nice.
I very specifically waited to be last, and I'm gonna like kind of look at it for a long moment. Look at it. And then just kind of slowly pick it
He says,
up.
wait. Nah, it's fine.
We all did it.
14.
Oh my gosh.
Feels real close. As the gauntlets are all on, and you guys feel this kind of like surge of connection. There's almost like this like tingling tap of electricity that starts to kind of awaken inside of you. This, you feel your spine, kind of your nervous system being affected in this way. There's a part where you almost feel your like spinal cord itself is like pulling from the back of your head in a way. And then it just disappears and it feels fine. Your head pulses for a second and you hear a voice. Welcome to Chino.
Make it stop me.
Get out of my head! Get out of my head! Everybody else heard that, right?
And he,
No idea what you're talking about.
as you all are, kind of hitting the same instances of this happening, he goes, I haven't experienced it myself, but rest assured, you're the only ones that can hear the communication.
Fully realizing that he's making us put these on and he won't put one on.
He is, rest assured, the voice you hear is only heard by yourself. It's kind of like a form of telepathy, and others think that it's more almost akin to your own thoughts. It's like a second subconsciousness, or consciousness, something. Your gauntlets themselves will have a small indication that that small black little section, to me, appears like that. However, if you examine your own, you will see something entirely different. As you guys all look at it, you see it's like a holographic screen of sorts. It seems to be almost like a minor illusion that kind of comes off of your forearm an inch or so. And if you were wearing armor or cloth or just sleeves of some sort, it's not displayed on the gauntlet. The gauntlet becomes one with you. It projects outside of that. But he's like, rest assured, I can't see what you're seeing. Only you see this. And on that, it shows Chino. You can't see somebody else's. You can't see theirs. You can only see your own. And you see like the kind of the letters of Chino and the acronym that it is, CHINO. And it starts to go over instructions for you. With this gauntlet and device, you will be able to accept missions. Upon accepting, you will be immediately transported. Do not accept a mission until you are ready to be transported. So that means grab your gear, grab your weapons, and know that sometimes there is not enough instructions before accepting a mission. Be prepared for anything. Sometimes it's that dire. As we have information, we will feed it to you.
We just see the miscommunication. The red dragon. No, you're supposed to save the dragon! Save the dragon!
You see the man in the red hoodie? Yeah, that was his son.
The golem starts cussing you out because you messed up so bad.
You're an idiot.
Can I change it to British?
I want the hot on daily.
Good eye, mate.
Well, am I listening to this?
Big. What is that thing?
It says teleporting more than twice in a day is dangerous. With each successive attempt, the risk of utter
Dust.
annihilation is possible. Other instructions being you can send messages to other Chino members. And it's kind of like the form of Rary's telepathic bond. You
Okay.
essentially get to pair up with any group once a day.
Group chat.
So,
Enter the Discord.
yeah. So essentially,
I was in
like
Pips.
whoever jumps into a mission, you can be paired with that group for that day. If there's other people jumping in, they can join that same group. You just can't leave and join another group. Like if there was like conflicts of the same day. So it has some limitations of that, but other people can join and pop in. So beyond that, your currencies and passports all are held through this, and you don't have to worry about carrying any types of coins or other things like that that you're trying to use for funds within anywhere within Zenith. So everything can be sent back to the central bank of your choice, whatever you want, and be communicated all through this to allocate and pay funds to whoever's needed. So less messy about how to get X amount of coin to whoever. Also, you can keep a registry of your items that belong to you, and this will log it within Chino's database so that it can transfer the ownerships to whoever is designated. So say you're out on a quest and you acquire something really great, it's automatically assumed that you've updated that, and it is therefore whoever is designated to inherit it from you, just in case you don't complete the mission. So rest assured that way. Don't think there's any other details at the moment, but I'll update you guys if I have anything that I forgot.
I'm gonna test out the group chat. Hello, group chat. How are you? I am well. This is Book speaking.
No one else is
They're
on
a
the
mute.
chat yet. He's talking to himself.
Yes, you can mute people. You can mute people if need be. You can just mute.
Look out! There's a boulder falling.
Have you
And
all heard of mind goblins?
I would say it would. I would beg to say that it operates very much like a Discord channel where you're like you can see who's muted you. No, actually, in Discord you can't see who mutes you, do you?
No, you
I don't
don't.
think
I
so.
don't think so.
You just mute yourself
You're-
and other things like that. You
Adrian,
can see if
is
someone's
that your character's
deafened.
name? I'll go to private message. Adrian, can you hear me? Adrian, are you there? Hello, Adrian. I'm getting red receipts.
I think you can only see when
Was I
someone's
muted?
deafened. Like,
It's only once one's deaf, and then
Yeah.
and if they're muted, but you can't see if they've muted you.
correct. Yeah, that's true. So if you put
Really
yourself
funny
as
good.
muted or deafened, then they can see that status. But like, if you just got someone to block, you can just have it unblocked. If it gets to that point, I like it. With that, he goes. I believe I don't have anything else for you guys. You're happy to go about your own assignments, own directives, own movements forward, however you like. Eventually, you'll get a notification for possible quest for you guys to prove yourselves. And I believe they're working on some induction gifts for you for joining Chino. So hopefully those will come soon. However, you are welcome to the house here, and however you like. There are common areas within the Chino house. This is a headquarters that is kind of makeshift. We're hoping to upgrade soon and get something more together. but this is actually. Let me make sure I got the name correct. Wrote it down here. This is actually Deputy Director Marcus Stone's house that we have turned into the headquarters. He's a pretty prolific hunter, as you can see with some of his trophies and things, and has a bit of wealth. But commentaries aside, you are welcome to come play Octopool for real. There's a way to turn off the enchantment, and if you need a nap, you can come over here. No, I'm just kidding. You're not allowed in there unless you're going through the procedures with that. They're kind of permanent enchantments. But if you need to use the kitchen or you need a meal, other things like that, we also have a library that you can come and peruse. It is more geared towards our uses now, and there's actually quite a bit on monsters within it and other things to hunt, just because of his own passions. So Marcus has got a decent library of such. And let me give you a quick rundown of upstairs. And so he's going to try to show you guys that as well.
Nice. One of the first things I'm checking the gauntlet for is, does it tell the time?
No. Because I don't want it. I don't want that power.
fine.
No. I'm just kidding.
The
No, I would
the
say
crazy
I would say it has
Halloween
no.
system Spy Kids 2 don't tell the time either.
Yeah. But I would say it would have, like, say you were Underdark or something like that. It would at least allow you to have some kind of cycle of what the above conditions are.
So it can teleport us to the
Um,
nacho stand, but it doesn't do us the time.
Right.
Is that the flashlight?
It's almost like
It's the same
they're.
problem with Spy Kids.
It doesn't.
does
It doesn't
everything
have a light.
except tell the time.
It doesn't have a light, so you can't cast the light cantrip. Unfortunately, it's not like your phone.
They need to work on that. Is there like an alarm clock feature?
Do they have an
Oh, there's no
idea
time.
where we can start listing ideas?
Thanks. I'm real smart.
So much smarter than the rest of us.
I rolled a 6.
Don't brag, apparently I am the most ugly.
Oh, you guys
Technically,
got-
you
I
ordained
didn't-
that on yourself.
I didn't minimize that other page at all, so you guys didn't get to. You guys got to see a little bit of the train. That's pretty cool. So.
There's like 3 of my cousins up here stuffed.
What is this?
This is so effed up.
It brings you up the stairs and says, there's a few places here that you're welcome to visit, and he starts to show you around. He says, we have a little space up here that's a study and workshop. You can do some alchemical works and other things like that. This is more of a common space of sorts. We have a few places for, if you really need a place to lay low and stay out of sight, to not be tracked down or anything for any particular reason. A little safe haven of sorts. We have 2 rooms for board that currently are unoccupied.
Gibbs.
And then this, unfortunately, is occupied and off limits, and we keep that desk assigned out. And then we have, going further down here, we have a various equipment room over here. And then this is his own personal trophy, little museum. Marcus allows you to definitely look around if you like. There's a kind of a common bath over here that's accessible through anybody.
How many bathrooms does this guy have?
Quite a bit. He's nice. And this room here, points over to this one. This is actually Penelope's, and so she actually stays on the grounds more than anybody else, and is always ready and assigned. True workaholic. We love her. Be nice to her. And then he says, this over here is, for now, Marcus's own private quarters. This is one place he asks you to not go inside of. And then we have a kind of a studio in here, and he brings everybody inside. He says, we have various... Yeah.
If that's the one place he asks us not to go, why is the other room off limits? That would be 2 places.
You know,
we
that
can't
is
go.
actually a very good point.
This is currently boarded out in a longer term service to a guest. I'm not allowed to share their identity or their ongoings or whatever. I don't know enough anyways.
That's fair.
I guess you could go in there, but I wouldn't. I don't know. You would cross over some.
It's someone else.
You might step on
it's
someone's toes.
Someone else asking us not to go there. That's
Ow.
fine.
Yeah.
How many other Chino how many active Chino members like us are there currently?
You hear the voice kick through your head and kick to your gauntlet. There's 76.
Oh.
Oh, there's like
Does that include us?
Yes.
Okay. So there's 70 others.
What is 3,000 times 256? Doesn't always matter.
At least one.
He hears you ask this out loud, of course, and he's like trying to think over it real quick, and he's like,
Like 70.
He's like, you know, I think there's more than that actually. I think there's probably like 100 now.
Oh.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
So, at one point, I think they had over like 300 inductees. That was good.
How many are there now?
Factor cap.
He's saying, I think there's like 100 now. Yeah.
I know, I'm asking the computer game in case anybody died.
Huh. No updates to the number. Everything seems pretty chill. But he shows this little studio area here. He goes, this is a great place to go when things are getting a little too real. And you need to recenter sometimes.
This is where the weed is.
This room.
There will be no smoking. Actually, there's a balcony out here. You can step.
Just don't fall off of it.
And but you're welcome to some of the resources here. There isn't as much as we would like, you know. But one day we will build something better than ever. And he starts kind of dreaming. He's like, with a jacuzzi.
And more bathrooms.
For making a request, I'd like a very tall cat tower.
Okay. But, it's the request. Sure. With that, eventually, bringing you guys back downstairs to just kind of like the central like staircase there, and goes whenever you ready to head out, you can just pass through the office with Penny. Otherwise, leave you to your own devices. Best of luck and very good getting to know you. And if you wanted to spar, bare fist to bare fist, I'll take you up on that one day.
One day he's scared.
I mean, if you want to go now.
No, that was the bracelet, sorry.
This is gonna be fun. He doesn't have one.
I'll
adore you.
About him.
Oh, it's so much trash.
Who's the worst member of Chino? Carter!
He's a chicken.
How hard do we think it would be to take his gauntlet?
He doesn't have one.
The one that he was using
The one
as a
that
prop.
that apparently had all of his stuff in it.
You guys are left to your own devices. Whatever you want to do, whatever direction you want to go.
It's a nice hallway.
Those questions are pretty easy, right? He didn't ask any hard questions.
Yeah.
Not really.
I was scared he was going to ask us what our real names were. Can we take a mission?
I got nothing better to do.
You want to go check out the library?
Absolutely.
Okay.
To the
I'm pretty
library.
interested.
As you guys know how to read.
All right. So you guys kind of just collectively agree to head off to the library. No other strings or things you want to do or run forward, right?
I mean, you guys do whatever you want, but we're going on a date.
I was also gonna go.
Threesome it is.
Take that. The library's so romantic at this hour.
So who's going where?
The library.
You are. Yes. Is everybody? You
I'm
two.
going, yeah.
You want to
I
tag
was
along?
going to
You
go,
can go.
but obviously I'm not welcome.
I'm gonna go to the room I just called dibs on.
And essentially, we're just told just check in with Penny to be able to reserve it for the night or however long you
Oh,
need
it's
to.
like that. Never
So
mind.
I mean, you could just go and be like, "Hey, yeah, I would like to, reserve that room for me,"
Forever.
so that they know, later. They'll be like, "Why?"
No, I'll just go to the library.
Actually, I want to ask about missions with Penny.
All right.
Well, look at you being pretty.
You head over to where. So you guys just set out immediately, or you want to wait? What do you want to do?
Library.
All right, off you go. The library here or the Grand Library?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
like the study
okay. I was like, y'all are just like, shoo.
Yeah, they're left off.
I mean, I'm always happy to go to the Grand Library, but I'm
Library.
also very familiar.
Right. Sorry, I didn't catch that part.
No,
I was like,
that's
you have some mission there.
All
Okay,
right.
okay. All right.
Go
So
with me.
you head over into that room.
We're gonna ask about
both
mission
go talk
types.
about- All right. Penelope is working away on filing all y'all's paperwork. So you just come in and goes, "Hi, Oberon, was it?"
Yes, it was. All right.
Yes. Awesome. What's up?
All right. So I'm gonna ask how these mission things work. Cause it's just like I get thrown in and I just have to kill something or help people.
Usually they'll give you an objective or what you have to do.
Alright.
Sometimes it's one sentence. Sometimes it's two sentences of what details are.
That sucks.
There are other times that it can be a lot more. Like
Oh, that also sucks.
we can be like, there is we just had one that was last week that was pretty cool. There was a attempted bank heist, and it was at the main wizard bank within the central trading hub, and the perps and other things had actually broken into the wizard vault, and they were still inside, and we sent a crew there to stop them. And that was pretty sick.
That's
So the alert was wizard bank heist in progress. Assess the threat and stop it. That was kind of like
I guess
Tag.
that's pretty fair.
I mean, that's like only like one sentence, ish.
Oh, I heard we got gifts. When do we get those?
That's a good question.
When do we get those?
Usually they can get them over to you like same day. I imagine just because there's quite a few of you, it might take a second longer.
One. Sorry.
But yeah, I think there would definitely be more. Yeah. Are you like wanting like a particular quest? Maybe I could try to put in like we request Alberon on this quest when it comes through.
Yeah, sure. Just throw me on anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Nothing like a specified want, desire.
Unless do not put me on missions in the Dragon District.
Avoid the Dragon District for Alberon. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
All right. I mean, there's never any promises, but
Look,
I always do my best.
if I go there, I probably will
She
come back.
never takes back 3 raids.
Oh, that's a rude question to ask. Never mind.
If you had any questions you needed to ask anybody through your new group chat, you could. Did you have any questions that you wanted to pitch, Penny, or anything like that? All right.
Group chat message. Or I'll ask we should be getting these items soon. Easiest heist of my life.
I say it out loud too.
I'm like trying to read. Mute. Mute. How does this work? How does this work?
As you guys go and peruse the library here, everybody just make an investigation check.
Everybody.
I send him the instructions, but he has me muted, so he doesn't get them.
16.
21.
17.
6.
Go.
So,
How many do I need to pass?
what?
6.
So, So, unfortunately for you, Hubert, this collection has no organization. It's all wrong. It is not anywhere concise or together. You've got to spend time trying to reorganize this. You've got to help try to assist in any way you can. This is not it.
Nobody heard of the Dewey Decimal System.
That explains why I was able to see everything.
For the rest of you,
Organize this library. Some sort of animal?
Easy.
Whoa, calm down.
Mr. Trunk.
is there something that you're looking for when you go to?
Nope, I'm just here. I'm not looking for anything.
All right. So you actually pull out a book on Tarask. Yeah, and you learn that Tarask are supposedly a world ending or city ending or apocalyptic event where in due time it's supposed that only one Tarask exists at any time. And this is from the history of the material plane, and that a Tarask should wake ever so often and is essentially an unstoppable force.
But at an audible gasp, the answer to all of our questions in here.
You just happen to be looking for a very specific book on Tarasks.
Boot in the corners. Like,
What you, as you're learning and going through this, make an intelligence check.
Ooh. Eesh, that's not
That
good. 5.
5. You pick out one key thing. Tarask, their armor is incredibly magically resistant. So you're like, Tarask, no magic.
Does Chino take pictures? Can I like take pictures?
Where could this go wrong?
So many ways. I knew when I asked it. So many ways. How are we gonna remember the puzzle? Click.
Perfect. Everyone has keen mind now. No.
Alright, I'll just be like, this might come in handy later. And I'll leave it on the far left hand and put it in a different place so I know where to find it when I come back.
And hope that I don't move it.
What was y'all's checks again?
17?
16.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything particular you're searching for? Or that piques your interest more than other things?
I'm looking for any cool alchemical recipes that I might not have known before.
Alright.
There's like a history about like Mystic Relevant District.
Cool. Both of you sorting through here, looking for over things, and you're seeing lots of different books on different monsters. You're like, I don't know about that, know about that. Cool. That's not bad. It's different. All right, sweet. And you come across one that is referring to purple worms, and you're like, wow, I've heard some cool things about their poison. And you start sifting through this thing. Make an intelligence check.
I shall.
Nine.
You are skimming through, and kind of your impatience with finding the information that you're looking for, you might have skipped over it. You have to take you more time to like look into the book and try to learn more about possibly like purple worm poison and all of its potential uses or other things like that. But it's pretty cool. The information's here. Cool. And then for you, for the Elven/Mystic District and all that stuff like that, start peering through all this stuff and not really having too much luck specified in this library towards any of those things. But one thing that you pick out in here that kind of like sparks a little bit of your attention is the creation of beholders. And it kind of like, you're like, that's interesting. You could dive into it a little bit more if you wanted to.
Sure.
You first glance at things. Beholders literally duplicate from their dreams. When a beholder dreams of another beholder in its dream, or a conflicting one, or itself in some shape, form, or fashion, it will literally behold another form in real life, and they will fight it out, and the other one will be replaced by whichever one wins. And or sometimes separate or both survive. So, but usually they're so about killing each other that one of them wins. It's an interesting phenomenon. So, yeah. I think this one. For all of this, what is a group consensus of what quest you guys have on the table as a group? I know for you guys, y'all are feeling pretty so far fulfilled, and you're like, we've joined Chino. Bide some time, see what the quest is. Is there any other quests that anybody else is like, we got to move this forward?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
I want to see what the heck a dinosaur is.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, definitely dinosaurs.
Do you remember the thread and what to pull on, where to go?
Yeah, we need to go to the Grand Library in Chino,
The Academy.
the Great Academy, to meet with my old friend because he has information on where they might be.
Yeah, do you remember his name?
Nope.
No.
Pretty sure I gave you the name and I don't remember it.
Aphon.
Aphon. I made it
I
simple.
find it. I had it written down somewhere.
The fawns.
Aphon. Aphon. You guys are headed back down from the library and joining back up with each other. And as you're, kind of pitching the idea of following up on the dinosaur quest and such, you guys get an alert on your gauntlet. And you hear just in the other room, Penny, super excited about something. And she goes, oh my gosh! You guys get to go to a light rail!
Decline.
I want to see dinosaurs.
If you want to take it! And it says, suspected sabotage of light rail. Enforce and protect.
That sounds fun.
Sure.
We're going on a train hike.
Going on a train.
So in a pretty quick succession of things, you guys all eventually hit yes, and
We got all our gear we need.
Absolutely not. Why would I keep my gear on me?
I'm gonna run to the kitchen, grab a thing of fish, and then I'll hit accept.
all right. Has everybody got what they need? Anything?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. As you guys get
This dice is just trash. I'm throwing this entire set of dice into the fire.
Finally got a good one.
Okay.
19.
I'm pretty sure these dice are weighted to land on 3. I roll so many 3s with this dice.
I got a good one.
Finally.
24.
6.
6.
I took it for you.
18.
All right. What's yours? Just a natural one.
Oh, no.
Yay.
For a total of 3.
Everyone that got a 17 or lower failed.
Oh.
Dusty! So, you failed?
I'm good. I got a 19. I failed.
So, raise your hand for who failed. Just 2? 3. Alright, 3 failed. Alright, so as you guys get thrust through this teleportation process, this, I'm honestly not sure how many people have experienced teleportation before. I don't know if you guys have had any reason to in your backstories.
You misty step all the time.
I just got that.
He's like, I did it once!
I'll be stepping.
I did it twice, actually!
In your dreams.
So, for many of you, this is a whole new experience, and you feel as if you almost shrink down, in the craziest, quickest speed and are like catapulted through reality. Just like, what? And you see like colors and other things whizzing by before all the brakes as you stop, and you guys feel like your stomach. 3 that failed upon arrival.
Gross.
And you guys are teleported onto a moving light rail, a train that is basically suspended with like levitation type spells, and then propelled at wicked speeds because of the lack of resistance from gravity.
My boy's
And
wicked
so-
fast.
It's crazy. There's only a few of these that are actually built, and humans were the first to really implement this form of travel, and that's where you think you're headed when you kind of think light rail. All right, cool. As you guys get plucked through there and arrive in a empty train car, all landing down. I need everyone, as you do so, to make a dexterity saving throw. Not only landing, but also puking and having the potential disaster.
Well, it landed on 3. I swear this dice is waited to land on 3.
And it's like nine to that. That was a 7, not a 1. I promise.
19. You said dex save?
16.
11.
9.
6.
6. All right. So in the combination,
Yep.
Get out of here.
in the combination of y'all's arrival, there is the one forceful landing onto this car, and it's moving, and your disorientation of the space combining with the 3 people chucking into the. It's unsightly and rather slippery, and everyone who rolled below a 10 will fall. And you are literally starting off your mission on this light rail in a very awful position for those that have. Otherwise, I think you are good 100%.
Yep.
I
Fall?
rolled 11, so
You're good.
Yes.
You're good. You
My dex
fall?
was a 9.
9? You fall.
Yeah.
I fell.
You fell.
16.
You're good. You fell. So, keep note for you guys. You guys are, for this, covered in puke and other things like that. You are considered poisoned for now, which is going to give you disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. As you guys are going into what is a potential heist, potential security issue, potential terrorist attack, you're not sure exactly. And you are arriving in a empty car on this light train, this light rail. And you can feel the whole thing stirring and moving underneath you. It's moving at a wicked speed. And we'll get into it next time when we jump into y'all's very first mission as Chino heroes. And
Covered in throw up.
a great way to start.
Clean as can be, baby.
All right.
Ready to roll.
This prestidigitation better go.
But you have prestidigitation, so you can make the best of a bad situation.
It's true.
Yeah.
There won't be any puke in a little bit, guys.
Woo!
Only the remnants.
So even before we end, we can even play that out to where you are immediately.
First off, my trouble much.
What kind of violence? Oh, it's gone.
I pour powder mouth and throat.
Damn it!
I don't even need it anymore.
The reality of this all hits, but you guys just feel so woozy from the whole combination of it all, and while the scent and the clean and you're clean now on the outside, there's a part that's just still uneasy within you as your stomach's turning from being launched into this place and then covered in who knows what rolling around in it. as maybe a little bit of fish. But
I was trying to eat a fish before when we teleported. No, we're also eating the fish.
but we'll get into it next time and see where this ends. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for playing. We appreciate you guys super much. Have a great